Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another stream of the Get Better Add-Ons Force by Web stream. Hey Max, Harry Sergu, Valde, Dark Rider, Oregon, Alexander, Semi-Original. How's it going? Well, for those that don't know, this is going to be a stream where we cover matches that people, you, the community, submit to get better. Maybe a match that you had, like a competitive match, a tournament, global league, live league game, where you were like, I don't know what happened here. Please give me some feedback, enlighten me, or roast me. I don't care. And we look at it. We look at it all together. We give some feedback, and yeah, we have some fun. We've had some banger matches, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So, and there's a lot of matches that have to be covered. So there's a long list. So I got a lot of work to do. Yeah, pretty much back up a Go 7. I'm trying to pick up the, how do you say, the tools that Go 7 left there of like covering people's matches. Yeah, it's a heavy duty task, definitely. There's a lot of matches, but yeah, if you want your match to be covered, or you have any match that you want covered to get some feedback on, you can look at the description. There's a link there to a spreadsheet. No, it's a Google form where you can do exactly that. And then the other link takes you to the spreadsheet where everything gets dumped in, and you can check if and on what stream it was covered. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, we can move on to the first match of the day. Hey Spidey, hey Banana Basket, hey Diego, Draconis, nice to see you all. How are you all doing? I was actually not gonna stream this weekend, but something happened, and now I am going to. So yeah, fun times. Looking at the match. Do you guys want to see the match? In the meantime, we can look at this match. Boom. I also changed the chat during the matches, so that it's more visible. Because the YouTube chat is kind of sucks, man. Like when you do it small, you just can't see anything. So hopefully one day YouTube will give us more settings for adjusting the stream chat, but currently there's literally no settings whatsoever. Nothing. You can't do anything, so it sucks. There's two streams. Who else is streaming? I don't see anyone else streaming. Anyways, let's I'm gonna pull up. This is gonna be our first match. One second as I pull this up. Bye bye to the Hawk Mirror. Who do you think is gonna win there? I guess green, right? Yeah, green is definitely winning. Okay, anyways. Okay. Sorry, Max. Next thing here are my 5 matches against my 5 outs. There you go. Dang, you have 5 outs? Why so many? Are they all different? Like, is there a different theme? Or is it just like, oh, I got tired of fighting too much and I just make a new out so I can have an easy breeze? Hey, I'm not judging. You wouldn't be the person to do that. How have I been, Dark Rider? Good. I've been good. Busy, very busy, but yeah, very happy, very good. Got a lot of matches to cover. So this map, man, I'm hyped for this one. So this map is called Vuelta de Obligado. This was a map that I made. And it is featured on the A Mariner Cup 5, the latest one, round 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm currently playing on it against Jokas. We'll see how that goes. But it's a kind of a wacky map because It's a base light airport. Perhaps, you know, for those that haven't played it, it's around 3, right? It's like only 25% of people that sign up to the tournament will be playing this map. It is base light, but this base can only pretty much build infantry and mechs. So you use a black boat to ship them over here. You got this pre-owned airport. Usually base light maps, your strong side will be determined by the airport, because you'll have like, you know, one base, one airport on one side, one base on the other, and kind of, you know, one base, one airport is stronger. But in this case, it's a little bit different. In this case, the airport is going to be the weaker side because you're not sending vehicles from the base, instead just infantry and mechs. So it's going to be a little bit easier for the one base and a half maybe, as you can send some infantry this way, to send anti-airs, recons, RDs into this area. Because this base can capture this really quickly, but then this comes in kind of full force, full throttle with anti-airs. And it's hard to counter anti-airs if you don't have tanks, right? So mechs are going to be the ones doing that job, but they're not exactly the quickest unit in the game. I think they're pretty much the slowest unit, right? I think that they must be the unit with the least amount of movement, unless you have like 2 mountains in a row, and then, you know, the infantry is the slowest. But yeah, so you're gonna be hanging out, chilling around here on these mountains with the mechs and trying to hold on to these cities. But there's a few other cities as well that are pretty contested, so it's a lot of like, ooh, do I go here, do I go there? It's tricky. And then eventually you can break these pipe seams, either this one to send vehicles to the north, or you can break this pipe seam and go for a 2-base, like a full-on 2-base against airport infantry. So it's kind of weird. You following my game on that map? Yeah, it is very wacky. I'm not gonna talk about my match just in case. I really want to beat Jokas, but I'm not sure if I'm doing things correctly. So we'll see when that's done. Anyways, let's get into this one. Let's see. We got. Oh, actually, you didn't see anything. Let's actually try to guess the elos of these players. We actually have Guab back again, for those that remember Guab from another match. We're gonna have an adder mirror right here. We got Rocket 108 in the Amber Blaze, in like the south east. I always get confused the west with east, I don't know why. But and then we have Guab in the Azure asteroid up here in the north and west. So there it's gonna go. Very common to see first infantry to be sent over here. It looks like Guab actually went for the port first. There is something that matters there regarding funding. Getting that port early can enable, I think it's like an early anti-air or something. So it's definitely something to consider. But yeah, just capping that. And Rocket is gonna start with a mech, so a very defensive kind of play. Not even going for that port. Okay. So it looks like Rocket is going a little bit quicker for that city and trying to prepare way earlier in a defense over here. I think it's a bit too early. Guap could make an anti this turn. And he is going to make an anti. Okay. I also think this infantry could have been dropped off over here. Or even here in this mountain. I think this was the wrong drop-off order by Rocket. Because if you drop off the infantry here, then you can start capturing this. And then, you know, he'll be getting these two next turn. But over here... Sergio, feel free to chime in. But these sort of matches are not the best to evaluate your skills and tactics as a player because it's so far from the north, in my opinion. Do you mean because of the map? Yeah, it could be. But it's also good to play in like new kinds of settings. Sometimes if you just play in in a map that has been very, very well discovered, it's another kind of setting. It's another kind of skills. But you play in a wacky map and it's all about like adaptation and discovering this map and how it kind of plays out. You kind of catch your opponent off guard. But anyways, I think that was a little bit not ideal by Rocket. So he's gonna actually instead try to rush this city right here, which he should be getting because Guap is gonna go for that, and so Rocket is gonna capture this, and Ante is not gonna reach. So something similar here by Guap, but Guap is gonna have that second infantry over here. So I like Guob's capture phase a little bit better than Rocket's. And Rocket actually went for the already. Wow, so very, very passive plays by Rocket, even capturing with a mech here. And that's probably not the best idea, because then you're gonna be even less flexible to position the mech to defend. But he's gonna make another. The already, will see if it's used to go over to this area or to open the pipe seam. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be used for the pipe seam. It does take 3 turns for the RD to position itself to then start shooting. There goes the anti-air. And so, oh, actually, Guap interrupting his own capture and getting a low roll there, 7-6. And that is going to be a dead infantry. So I think that's pretty fair by Guap. Rocket could shoot back. He could also just load in and go backwards and save the infantry from getting shot at by the centaur. See what he decides to do. And here we have a copter by Guap, and now an anti-air response. So pretty late anti-air. So this copter will definitely deter these things for a bit, because the anti-air, as we saw, takes 3 turns to come into action into this area. Takes a little bit, so you definitely need that anti-air a little bit sooner. So for example, this anti-air, which was Guap's very first vehicle, it is locking down this. I think Rocket should be able to kind of put both mechs in a row, but he's not gonna be able to defend this infantry from this anti-air. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, Rocket, so that can be a problem. He might just have to leave it here standing on the city, but I think that's probably the best. And then getting shot at from the planes. But what does that look like? Ooh, 7-3, then you heal up to 5, I guess. Then you leave it kind of 9-5. And you have to incur costs. And then you leave it like 6 maybe. 6 HP anti is still very strong. Definitely liking Guob's opening better than Rocket's. A bit too passive. I feel like there's usually that kind of debacle in a map. Oh, do I go greedy? Like, do I go greedy in the sense of very passive and try to go for the very long-term objectives like these pipe seams? Or do I go like really aggressive early? And it usually is somewhere in between those two. Where exactly, that's up to the player to kind of find out and determine. But yeah, I think Guab should be able to get a shot right there onto that mech from the forest with even more defense. And Rocket is going to start opening this pipe seam, so he's going to want to make some tanks and send them over to this area. Also using the blackboard here to block off the answer from hitting this mech. Ooh, shooting from the planes. Okay. Could he have gotten trapped here? I don't think so. Ooh, got dizzy there for a second. I don't know why. Another copter got a little free shot there. Was that a mistake from Rocket? Like a mispositioning? Let's see. Oh, he wanted to defend this guy right here. But yeah, free shot right there. Oh well, it is what it is. Perhaps this infantry could have gone over here. I think it's still okay because then this guy's in range of that city, so it's threatening that for whenever the little baby Uzium moves off. There's gonna be one little free shot. Got these two guys that had their first little fight. I'm gonna be capturing the middle. Down goes. Ooh, base blocking. Damn. Rocket is really committing to like that late game. That's gonna be very tricky, especially in a mirror. Like if it was a different kind of CO matchup and you have like the more late game CO, then perhaps. But in a mirror matchup, that can be very tricky. If Guab has a good opening like this, like very aggressive, he can get better, like more properties. The fact that he's starting ahead on income, I think is very telling. And that is due to this property And what other property? This one right here. This is the other city. Which again, if Rocket would have put that first infantry, this guy, if instead of going here and then going for this, then got interrupted, this whole thing made Rocket very delayed, because that guy could have gone for this city and then he could have changed it back. Like, he would be more even in income. Guab is definitely gonna take the interrupt here from the mountain, right? Yeah, that's like a easy. But you do have this anti, so okay, Mega's gonna be right there. The Rocket can definitely hit from the from the plains over here, and then sit on the mountain, then join possibly. But a lot of resources invested into one city. He's gonna end up opening this pipe seam. Was the mech shot like worth last turn? Oof, 1-on-1. No com towers on this map, also worth noting. So definitely you will see a lot of units not dying, which kind of helps out with the fact that it's base light and like infantry base. So it kind of helps to just not die in unit count. Kind of helps the airport side a little bit. The black boat does have very little fuel to start, so eventually it does have to go and refuel on the port. And Guab is finally getting that infantry flood, so he has 2 over here on the city and got these guys ready to go over here. Over here he has 3, 4, 5 infantry. Infantry numbers for Guab are definitely better. I got 15 and 11 for Rocket. So you can see there's 3 guys over here against 6. And you got 4, 5 against like 3, 4 maybe. So there's better opportunities for Guab on both sides. He's not gonna get this city, and looks like Rocket is gonna get this. Still very behind on that income. He's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 properties. Okay, so yeah, so first time in a few terms that Rocket is ahead on that income. He's gonna finish off those infantry. Okay, and looks like Guab's already also is gonna go for this pipe seam. He liked the idea of going for that other pipe seam. The thing was oh my god, the thing with going for this one is that you're kind of also semi-base blocking your base here. If you wanted to send infantry, you kind of have to go to a mountain instead of here and then walk here. It kind of slows down that deployment. But Rocket, for going all this area, he's gonna have these 2 infantry ready to kind of interrupt the city from this guy. But investing heavily over here, and now you have those tanks coming out. He's gonna be looking to hold on to these cities with a very precarious defense. I think this anti can definitely go and take out this mech. We're kind of far from a side slip yet, but I think it'll be very likely this turn, as we see a mech shot on anti, probably copter on copter. He can definitely move the black board and go for a copter attack there. Ooh, does not go for it. Wow. I don't know why. Why would you not go for that? Like, I know that Blackboard is nice to have it on the lab, but there's very few infantry to really pose a threat here from Rocket of a lab cap. And you're soon to break this open, so I think your lab is pretty safe. But that way you can get the upper hand in the copter battle, because there's no anti here for Guab, right? There's gonna be 2 copters hitting these 2 copters. Like, you definitely have to make one right now. As he goes for a capture. Ooh, nice block there. So that's gonna be a lost city for Rocket. Guab gonna try to get that income advantage back again. And we have our first power. Yeah, after those little attacks. And he's gonna go for double tank most likely. Okay, Mech gets the boost, gets the shot there on the anti. And okay, yeah, I forgot about that aspect. He does get the interrupt there and puts the infantry here to block so that the mech lives, I think. Interesting. Okay, gonna take that copter down, and you still have 2 more left. A whole lot of charge there for Guab. He'll probably get double side slip. Ooh, I think we're getting the music glitched again. Ooh, you're very sick right now, Oracle. Damn. We'll be fine in 3 days. You were hearing about a rocket this whole time, and you're like, "Where's a rocket?" I know, right? Hey, we might see one. Who knows? I've seen a rocket built on this map, so hey, anything can be. Let's see, Guab. Is he gonna use a side slip or not? First shot on that pipe seam, so this is gonna take a little bit. Gonna use that power. Okay. Gonna get all these first strikes, so very low on that infantry count over here. Gonna snipe all those copters. These are gonna die, of course. It's gonna kind of trade down because the anti-air is there, and there's no tank from Guab or Meg to defend from this anti-air, so. But I think that's pretty common to see here. You just kind of go ham with your copters since you have it so close, right? These copters take forever to get over here, so if you trade down copters, you're eventually gonna have more copters. The problem are these guys. Why is the intro of the songs glitching so hard? That is very annoying. Anyways. Gonna get an interrupt over there. Ooh, going for that city. It's always hard to know when to go for this. But very low on infantry over here for Rocket. He's not going to be able to stop this capture. So they're going to be equal in income. As Rocket has both of these middle cities. And then... yeah, I think that's it. Everything else is split. Hence the income advantage for Rocket. I said hence. I've never said that word before. This seems so formal. Second power by Guab. Got that double cop turn. But yeah, a lot of infantry fights over here. Definitely looking better on that infantry count overall. Let's look at 11 to 9. Yeah. Granted, there's a lot of like very injured infantry. But still, they have like 3 healthy ones over here and none healthy for Rocket. And then over here you have 3 healthy, maybe 4 for Guab, and 2 that are only over here. So we're not going to see any capping from Rocket in the next few turns. It's all about Guab right now. Guab is going to be the one with the initiative to do stuff. To go and capture and threaten. Probably be looking at this property and this property. I mean, this one as well, but this one's going to be hard. This one's very far to go. I think usually you want to lock down these and this, and then possibly these. And if you have all of them all around, then you won. Okay. Use the word ergo in this map review. So already shoots onto the infantry. Ergo, it died. I don't know if that was the correct way of using it, but anyways, another side slip. Is it for extra movement or just for stats? Okay, extra movement on that mech. Gonna finish off that guy. Okay, so this is gonna make it so I don't think this infantry can take out this. Okay, yeah, it can. Mechs have a lot of defense, especially without a power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enter cannot take out the copter. So I think that was the whole reason, and I think that was pretty solid. Taking out a lot of unit count. He can still go for like Enter, take out the mech, and then tank hits this tank from the city. But then you have this mech, you have more copters. So I think this was a solid turn by Rocket over here. Got the tanks coming out over here. Looking good on the like army like value, you know, like army strength and vehicles for Rocket, but very low on that infantry like capping possibilities. If you look at the army, like you got 27 to 19, 120 to 89. Let's see what Guab does now. But ooh, uses the arty to take out the missile, not the pipe seam. Is this a resign turn? It does look like it, yeah. Oh my god, wait, what happened there? Was that a copter? Oh, I hadn't even seen that. Damn. Yeah, this is definitely a resign turn right here. Side slip. this is a GG. Well played, pipe rhino build, and he passes the turn. Okay. Just going all out ham, and Rocket's gonna take this game, and he's gonna move on to round 4 of the Mariner Cup 5. So really well done. And there goes a resign by Guab. So what went wrong for Guab? You know, I should do like a poll so you guys can guess who submitted the match. But this was actually submitted by Guab. So props to him for submitting a match that you lost in. So what happened here? And I'm gonna turn off the music because it always goes crazy now. So I think early game was looking very nice for Guab. Okay, if the replay wants to cooperate, come on. I think this was also pretty good. Was it worth it? I mean, it kind of like self-inflicted damage as well, because you're not getting this property, and then you're also not getting this property. So I don't know. It looked okay, but that was like a 2k delay in income, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think so. So 2k damage, it probably evens out. So let's see. So far, I was liking Guab's position, much more initiative. Then he goes and hits this mech over here. He gets the free damage there. Another thing, instead of hitting over here, this card could have just sat on the city as well, and then like delay this whole offense. Right now, the copter can't do a whole lot, and it's in a position where it can't front switch too much. So now it has to like kind of you have to somehow block. Like if you're gonna bring it over here, you have to block it somehow from this anti-air. So it's kind of tricky. So that would be one idea. Is there a better placement for anti-air to hit in both city caps? Rocket attempted on day 6-7. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's very slow. I don't know what's going on with replay, but come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, I have to go back manually. Oof. Oof. Bruh. What's going on? It died. Let me ooh, the microphone is falling. Okay. Let's see. Day 6. Could he have positioned this to stop that? I mean, you have this guy to interrupt there, though. He does go for that capture. Oh, and Guap doesn't go for the interrupt. That is a little bit of sus. It's a little bit sus. I think that would definitely be a nice hit. That's like an 8. Right? Like even if you low roll 7, okay, might be 7, 7, 8, 7, 8 should be. And then like this guy has no backup whatsoever. And then you have the anti to back it up. So I think if Guab is gonna go for this interrupt, then might as well just go for that interrupt as well. Because there's literally no infantry from Rocket over here. So it's kind of hard to also replenish. These two cities are very hard to get from this space. You can't have to get them really early because then it's very hard. So maybe getting that interrupt. Because then, I guess that's what you meant, Spidey. I'm not sure what other thing, unless he could have gone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the thing is, for this anti to interrupt here, it has to go this path. Like from the beginning, it has to go here to then reach here. If it goes here, then it needs an additional turn to reach the city. That's the whole point of this setup over here. So we got the little attack over here into the city. Come on, replay. You got this. So there we go. If Copter was here, then it could stop that for a turn. And then Copter stays there. Kind of just like moves back one tile. I feel like you bring it at least over here. This Copter is kind of stranded, right? So it can't do anything. So that's kind of like a dead Copter for now. And then Rocket goes all in over here. I think eventually you definitely lose this city to this incoming force. So that's okay. Don't have to commit everything. But also losing this infantry over here, which was the one that was capping. Like putting the Copter over here and bringing this guy so that the anti could not reach with like a side slip. I don't think there would be a side slip opportunity here from Rocket. So I don't think that was necessary. Could have just kept on capping there, honestly. This Copter is just there. Poor Copter can't do anything. Okay, setting up over here. And then I'm pretty sure Guap here could take out this mech and then attack the mech on the mountain. He doesn't do that. I think that's a problem. Allowing this was a very... This is going to take a downturn very, very fast. Because like here, you can definitely just like shoot. It probably doesn't kill, but should leave it at like 1, right? And then this guy can come and shoot over here. It's going to deal a no comm tower and 9 HP. It's not massive. Still leaves it at like 5. And then yours at like 8 or what, 7, 6. So you do like this. And you can start capping, I feel like. Would this be a horrible turn? There is an interrupt there, an interrupt there, another interrupt there, and then you get probably like double mech shot there. Copter finishes it off. You bring up this guy, side slip away from this one. I think something of the sort that could possibly be. But instead, Guab goes to attack here, and you take out, you do half mech damage to then lose a full anti due to a side slip mech and Copter. So in the other case, you would be taking out a full mech. Yeah, so a bit more of damage, and then you have a bit more initiative here. So let's see, and Rocket here, this is where he uses side slip, and it's pretty devastating. Oh, also, this past turn here, I don't know why Guab doesn't go for an attack. Like, this attack is very, very sus. Very sus. So, for example, this, and then Black Boat can, I don't know, go here, mech shot over here, leaves it at, what was it, 4? Copter shoot, does like 3, 8, get an infantry shot over here, you do like a 5, 8, Copter, because you have so many Copters. You can, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so maybe not fight over here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you can probably try to finish this off. That leaves it at 1. And come over here and take this guy out. This is not going to reach with a side slip. And then you have 3 copters against 1 copter. But in this case, Guab attacks the infantry instead. And I have all these infantry as well. Like, you can just bring these guys. Like, no need to keep those guys over there. This can just kind of do like this. Keep shooting there. Bring more infantry over here. Maybe go for the island. 24k, that's a good amount. Copter, another anti-air perhaps. And just save the tank against this tank. And then mech. Something like that. But I think this is a problem because now this turn was definitely the turn that turned the tides. Because now Rocket gets this initiative right here with this copter. Obviously the anti-air goes down. He gets that interrupt, he gets his free first hit, and that other copter goes down. So let's compare scenarios here. Right? We have 2 copters and an anti-air against 2 copters. Over here, we have 1 copter and an anti-air against 4 copters. So it's just very telling the trade, how it would have changed. So I think from here, it's a big swing in favor of Rocket. So perhaps Guab had the right approach early game, very aggressive, setting the pace, but then slowly started to like kind of become more passive, a little bit more careful with the attacks, and allowed Rocket's very early greed opening to end up paying off because Guab didn't keep the pedal to the metal in aggressiveness. So I think with that we can wrap up this this match and move on to the next one. Day 34 Recon is also really good at interrupting those captures and forcing early mechs, says Spidey. Yeah, for sure. Recon is definitely pretty good on this map. You have to answer with a mech, it's kind of awkward, or a copter doesn't do too much damage. But yeah, it's pretty good. And it does set you back a little bit in income, but it can do a lot of damage. Especially when, the fact that there's no tanks makes Recons kind of decent. Oh my gosh, I'm catching an Elagatua stream, says Joe. What? Is Elagatua streaming? No way. Okay. Cool, we got that one. Let's move on to the next one. You're calling me Elagatua? You're crazy, man. I am nowhere near. Like, I can't even be near the first 3 letters of Elagatua. Like, the guy is too good. The guy is so good, but like he has such a deep understanding of everything that's going on. I'm more of a vibes kind of person. It's like, I don't know. I understand things in my own way, and I try to express them. But Elagatua, people like Elagatua and Voice of Akasha and Rip, they really break it down, like how things truly are, and it's like remarkable. It's so incredible to see it. It's like, oh wow, that makes so much sense. Now I understand what the vibes I was having. These guys are too good. Boom. Okay. We have. Was this the round 1? Round 1 of the America Cup 5. Then we have a lot of the America Cup 5 matches. This was the first one. This was Looming Threat. This map has been a lot of fun. I think it's currently on the Global League. Nice to see it there. And we have Mufa 106. Oh, I forgot to look at the elos of the previous guys. Remind me to do that at the end. And I'm gonna start. Also, I'm gonna start recording. So hopefully the stream doesn't crash. Let's see. we're still here. We're still here. Cool, 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 cool. I don't know how to do it so you guys can try to guess who submits it and what the elos are. But I guess most people know Azrael, so we know this is Division 1, right? So we have Emufa 106 in Pink Cosmos with Olaf, the Mr. Snowman. And we have Azrael, aka Astaroth, in the Penguins, the Cobalt Eyes with Kindle. That was definitely my pick as well on this map. Interesting. It's very interesting to see Kindle being picked here because Max fell a lot in the picking in this map, and this microphone keeps freaking falling, man. Like, what is up today with a microphone? And the reason why Max fell off, usually it's the best, right? A tier 2 standard, or it's like easy pick. But here it's because you have this arty setup, so it's like if you go for Max, then you're allowing your opponent to easily take it out with their own arty, and then going for these caps very easily. So then it becomes a real choice. Ooh, do I go for Max here and allow that, and then have to go crazy in other parts to kind of compensate, or you go Kindled for those infantry fights over these very urban dense areas. I see people do like arty, putting it on the city and then winning off the fight, or kind of trading down with his arty. You go with Olaf because it's very brawly, so you use Winter Fury, or you go with Eagle. We've seen a lot of Eagles here, so I think tier 2 here played really nicely. There's a lot of options. Sammy here would go crazier, so she's definitely tier 1 here. And we have a recon opening here from Azrael, so he's gonna try to go. This is a day 2 recon, but this base started with an infantry, so he gets 2 infantry out and a recon, so it's going to slow down the capture of the airport and this city. So it comes at a cost, more than just the cost of the recon itself, right? Let's see what Emufa does. Is he going to go for that arty opening? He is. This is smelling like an arty opening. This is smelling like an arty opening. Oh, wow. Okay, no arty opening. Okay. I was baited. Maybe this infantry will go up here. I'm not sure. But Recon is gonna move forward over here, try to stop this capture. Maybe Emufa will just make a tank to take out this Recon and just go for double cap there. We shall see. Also, interestingly, Emufa finished this capture instead of skipping to go here, which is what Azrael did, which enables him to get this city. And also Emufa didn't even like move over here. But yeah, Azrael is gonna get the mountain city, and he's already standing right here, just pointing there. So if Emufa wants to go capture, he's gonna get interrupted. Most likely the city will never be captured by Emufa because Azrael can make an arty soon and just lock it down. So a lot of stuff happening on the map. Emufa is gonna be going for his airport now. Again, a turn quicker than Azrael because of the recon. We'll see how that plays out. And you're gonna get a recon from Emufa. Okay, double cap, tank to take out the recon. So not going for the arty play. So Emufa trying to keep it, aggressive. It's like, okay, recon, I'm gonna take it out. There's gonna be a double interrupt though for Azrael. Yeah, boom, boom. So that hurts a lot. If you look at the infantry, this is why I usually don't. I'm not a big fan of just rushing these two. I know a lot of people have been like doing it, and there's a lot of theory crafting. So we got that beautiful little interrupt. But man, getting your 2 infantry, like 60% of your infantry in this area from this base getting shot at is not ideal, to say the least. Tank is gonna come in and does not take out the recon. We don't have any comm towers. I think the intro bug of the CO themes is it only happens during mirrors, I've noticed. Well, we'll have to see. He actually moves. Wow. Definitely not worth it then. Definitely not worth it. So, setting back the capture game for Emufa very, very far back. Those 2 infantry could have gone over here as Azrael is, right? He has 2 penguins over here. It's already standing here. He's quicker in this area than the guys from Emufa. He'll probably start a capture here, or perhaps on I think he has to do it on this city. Is if he wants to contest the com tower. So then this guy, he wants to go capture, then this guy can't block. But he could get double tapped, which is kind of a problem. So you might have to like capture and then like bring this penguin back here or over here. I'm not sure. It'll be a little tricky. He's gonna go for that interrupt. Ooh, okay. So I guess he wants to go for this. So this forces. Ooh, actually, he's gonna go for that. So Emufa could get the com tower if he wants to. If he doesn't greed out on this city. Ooh, okay. He actually can't. I didn't realize. But this little interrupt makes it so this guy has to defend or attack 2 guys at the same time. So he either finishes off this or he interrupts this. Let's see what he chooses to do. And Emufa is gonna do a block, most likely. Oh, goes for the interrupt. Okay. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. 7-5. Man, just let that guy capture that button. Oof. And he actually decides to let that mountain city go. He's gonna try to finish this penguin off. Gonna get a little stare off over here. These 2 lonely infantry are gonna be capping side by side or diagonal to diagonal. And early copter by Emufa right here. I guess it was delayed by quite a bit, right? The fact that he has the copter out right now and Azrael is just finishing that airport. But I think the recon definitely paid off. Like this whole setting this back so far back by just the cost of the recon, I think it definitely paid off. And now the recon is protected by the RD, so everything is good. He's even gonna go for this city, protected by this RD, finishes up that guy, and he's gonna set up there just so this guy can't interrupt there. And you can blast this guy next turn. Ooh. Definitely needs some vehicle in this area. I think that was the job of the recon. It's also yeah, nicely ran away from that recon. Okay, I'm noticing the music intro bug like happening right now with Olaf. So yeah, that's really annoying. So it's not necessarily just mirrors. I wonder if it happens to you guys as well. Is it just me? Like, does this happen on my computer and my Chrome, or does it happen to everyone? And Emufa is gonna try again. This is gonna be round 2. Reattempt to go for these captures. Now with the already locking it down. What will Azrael choose to stop here? I think probably the best thing is to stop the airport. And he's gonna go for a little recon infantry kill there. I'm not in love with this at all. This could be this is an easy like tank infantry kill, infantry interrupt. Yeah. Oof, super bugged. Kind of bugs out the replay as well. He's gonna shoot the RD instead. Okay. So he's not gonna try to delay any of these. And yeah, tank infantry, infantry from the mountain, easy interrupts, no infantry to follow it up. Yeah, I think that was a bad play by Emufa. That's gonna be a dead infantry. He's been losing a lot of infantry in this area in general, and the only thing he got was his com tower and got shot as well. I'm gonna try to get this interrupt. I think Azrael doesn't have any com towers yet. Yeah, he's trying to get his first one over here. And he's gonna try to get this one, but you got this copter locking this down. So this copter definitely paying off a little bit. And it's gonna make an anti-air. We'll see if this copter decides to go and attack here. It could get trapped. So does Emufa want to get trapped or not? He gets those two. He gets the airport city. He has the com tower. Finding that Olaf has double com tower and Kindle has none. Already getting a little bit bullied on, and that city cap is stopped. Not gonna go for any hits there with a copter. Afraid of possible traps. I think that's fair. And we're at 18k each, so the more in income it goes, the better it's gonna be looking for Olaf as they slowly brawl. That Winter Fury is gonna sting Azrael for sure. Gonna get a shot there. Shooting at this guy, I think, because then this one's not gonna heal up to 5, so it's gonna be even worse for fighting. Gonna block there, so I think this is gonna guarantee that Azrael's gonna get the comp tower and the city flip, so it's gonna be nice for Kindle. And he'll probably want to start looking to go for this soon. His Artie's injured now, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. He's gonna have to do the double infantry cap thing. Gonna get a copter. Got both Arties are injured. It's funny. Ooh, so much going on. We have Urban Blight ready, so Mufa has to know about this. Has to be careful. Hey Astaroth, yeah, it's this game. Recently, you covered my match against Jetagway on this map when I was max against Eagle. I felt honored to see myself covered on the big stream, so I wanted to say thank you, Mira. Hey, GB, yeah, your ship B, right? Yeah, that match was crazy. I believe that match is gonna be posted on YouTube as its own standalone video. So, yeah, that match was pretty insane. And actually, thank you for like staying into that game. A lot of people, or some people, will like resign, and it's like, it would be nice to see how it kind of unfolds after the big battle. So that was really cool. Props to you for holding on to the Eagle final boss that is Jetagwin. Man, that intro bug is like really bugging me. I might just turn off the CO themes completely and just leave the sound effects. We'll see. But infantry fight here, looking good for a Mufa, getting close to that Winter Fury, and no Urban Blight used by Azrael, but it is always there. It's going to be a tool always under the belt, sitting on that city, right? So only one tank can hit it, and it'll probably die next turn. Gotta make good use of those urban tiles. I think I'm gonna have to pull back over here. Well, pulling back in general, kind of conceding this area. Recon just being annoying. They're like blocking. I think this Recon could just shoot at one of these guys. Not sure why it didn't. Ooh. I think I'm gonna get rid of the CO teams. I'm sorry, but it's just really bugging me. I can bump up the sound effects. Bump it up a little bit more. Because yeah, it's too much, man. So now it looks like super quiet. It's like so quiet. I have to whisper. Urban Blight used. And I think he's just gonna sit. He's just gonna sit on those terrain tiles. It kind of reminds me of what I was doing on my match. Oh, he's not. Okay, he's gonna go for the capture and just gonna block there. And we're close to that Winter Fury. Then I think Olaf definitely has the tools to fight off against Kindle, just with the global damage, because then it's easier for Olaf to kind of knock down or kind of take out Kindle from those cities, right? Drops you down to 8, then easy to hit KO. The first strike isn't even that bad with the counter attack. Let's see. He's gonna go infantry. Okay, tank infantry. He's doesn't get the kill. He's gonna go for an interrupt there. Nothing is in range. So just getting a lot of kills. And it looks like the city's going to be neutral for the entirety of the match, most likely. Scary Force here from Azrael, though, like this can join over here. And maybe he'll get everything over here and try to really take this area, take the commissar, take the city. I think he wants to go for this. So he can definitely go for infantry, RD. Next turn, we'll definitely see global damage. So any capture that Azrael starts his turn is going to get interrupted. So he's going to go for some kills, it seems like. Yeah, kill there. That can be a very dead copter, but you got double RD tank. Overall, more vehicles for Azrael. Another tank coming. And oh, he's gonna start a capture. And another capture. Okay, so are you ready for the snow? Boom. We got the snow. Oh, but the music is so like, it's kind of sad. Man, DevJ, please fix the music. I really wonder if it's just me. But yeah, that's easy interrupt, capture for sure. Oh no, I guess Urban Blight, right? So Kindle can still use Urban Blight to stop any capture. And wow, not gonna attack over here, so not gonna do any anti kill there. I guess that will get hit by Urban Blight and then blasted. So very nice little setup there by Azrael. But nice setup over here as well. He's gonna get a shot there, and then he's protected by this RD. So very nice little setup over here. Gonna be tricky for Azrael to capture over here in this area now. The 7 HP and 8 HP infantries. Com tower is gonna get flipped, so that's gonna be a 3 com tower Olaf against a 1 com tower Kindle, and oof, does that sting. Unless he uses the Urban Blight to stop it. Will he? Okay, he does, yeah. I think it's worth it. I think the only thing that can hit this guy is this copter, and if you do, then this copter comes in and takes it out. Does this reach? No. Okay. So I wonder if Emufa is going to do that though. He might, just to ensure that he gets the com tower. Oh, never mind. The anti actually reaches. So that is going to be 1 stopped com tower. So now it's on Emufa to stop this com tower, or else it's going to be 3 com tower Kindle against 1 com tower Olaf. Man, 3 com towers? That is really wild. That is some big damage. Doesn't get the kill. Okay, I'm gonna start a capture. That is gonna be uninterruptible unless Azrael can get that Urban Blight, and does not go for any hit here. Okay, so all this is gonna be dead. Not sure why the RD is here. I think that's pretty easy, that you just take out this 1 HP, you hit this guy with this. This is not gonna finish the capture, so I'm not sure about that one. I think this is just kind of throwing away unit count for nothing. Azrael didn't end up joining armies over here, but he does have this sizable army to either go for this. He hasn't gotten the airport or the cities yet. Yeah, just pretty easy over there. Now he is gonna go for those two. We'll see what Emufa decides to take out. Gonna attack over here, and that com tower is looking blue. It's about to become blue. Emufa's gonna have to send this infantry to stop it, but you do have some follow-up infantry. You got the RDs defending at the copters. You do have a lot of army from Emufa if he decides to attack, and I think he could pretty much like destroy a lot. We'll have to see. He does get this cap. They're at equal income. Definitely very even. Like it's hard to say who is winning. Oregon says blue wins. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. They're very even. Blue does have the unit count lead. Gonna get that interrupt there. So we're still gonna remain on 2 towers each, and cleaning up a bit of the units from Azrael over here, as he's been investing everything up here at the top with his 2 base. So this is gonna mean that a lot of these properties are now under big threat from Emufa, and Azrael is gonna have to do something about it, or just leave it be and make it up somewhere else on the map. Oh, the glitch. Okay, gonna go for all these caps. He did join cap there, the airport, to get a bit quicker. And he's gonna go for some attacks. Okay, sacrifice there. Is he gonna use that Urban Blight? Attacks there, attack from the silo. Gonna start this cap and this cap. So many caps. So yeah, this is gonna go down. Perhaps delayed with the Urban Blight. Oh no, he used it. He used the Urban Blight. Why the Urban Blight though? Was it to hit this guy? The extra stats perhaps? Damn. I'm not super sure. But he's not going to be able to use Urban Blight next turn. Damn. You don't remember why? There must have been some little thing here, some stat, I think. But I think... No, it's not guaranteed. Easy breakthrough there. But yeah, a lot of cities under threat here by Azeroth. Artie's a little bit overloaded, deciding to shoot at the airport guy instead. Double capture there, triple capture over here. Gonna get this interrupt as well. And one city is gonna get interrupted, but so this one is gonna go down. This one will also go to the Penguins. So the income is gonna swing a little bit this next turn. We'll see. Okay. Why is it glitching out so much? We'll see if Kindle can get that Urban Blight next turn to stop these, perhaps, with some vehicle hits. Making a medium tank now. I hit on that unit value, just like army in general. Really trying to get this com tower. He can definitely block. Ooh. No blockage. No blockage. Double tank. I guess the only thing that can interrupt is a tank. So it is forcing a fight. And it is at 5. Unless he gets global damage. I don't think a tank drops it down to 4. Does it? Maybe with 2 towers? But there goes that city. And these are now at 2 each. No one to Fury this turn. Man, it is hard to tell who is winning or who's going to win. Finally, Azeroth gets this. He does have 25 to 19 now. But it feels like, I don't know, a lot of the army is kind of injured. Infantry numbers 14, 13, very even. I think that Comtower is going to go down, but he did get this one. So momentarily 3 towers for Kindle, but this is going to get flipped next turn. So we're going to be back to 2 towers each. All these properties are locked down by Azeroth now. We'll see what this army from Emufa does. I think he's probably going to go for that. He's already set up to get it. Maybe even go for this as well. As Azeroth doesn't have any infantry or already pointing at it. So I think this is going to be an easy capture. Unless Azeroth uses Urban Blight next turn. Oh, come on. Oh, the replay is so bugged. I don't know what's going on. And there goes that super from Olaf. Man, that medium tank got blasted. That is going to be a flip, and this will also be a capture right there. Oof. Gonna get bullied here by copters. Only one anti-air to deal with these 2 copters, and these 3 tanks from the space are now over here pouncing on the 2 base for Kindle. Man, it's looking good for Olaf, I would say. It usually looks good when it's a snow turn, but yeah. Do you see the glitch? What is going on? Do I have to update the music player or what? I have to check once this game is done. But oof. Down goes 1 copter. No additional anti-air by Azeroth. Wow. Oh, I guess he has this one. I haven't seen it. So he's gonna try to save that guy. Uses the Urban Blight. Oh, okay. Yeah, to stop these 2 captures. So Emufa's gonna get this. That's gonna be 20, and then these 2 perhaps next turn. I think this one definitely. This one maybe not without already on the city. But now that all this is captured for by Azeroth, all this army is gonna look somewhere else to go. Either the com tower, or try to like cut the reinforcement lines from this 2 base to this area, attacking his 2 base. So I think Emufa has done enough. I think he can definitely pull back and try to recap some of this. If he overstays over here, he's gonna lose a lot of army in the coming turns. And I mean, unless he can like base block over here of some sort, we'll see. No, okay. Oof, get the arty lock there as well. And I guess Azeroth doesn't have a lot of tanks either. Oh man, getting very overloaded. Maybe there should have been another medium tank. Like instead of tank arty, it could have been like a medium tank infantry. Did you have more funds? You have 5k just to like hold on, you know, because there's a lot of tanks. Come on, replay. Bro, why is it so bugged? What is going on? There you go. Gonna get that interrupt. City is interrupted. And he's gonna try to attack these guys. But yeah, there's just not enough power here from Azor. So here comes that army from the left, trying to rejoin the fight, trying to help out the 2 base. I think Azor should be fine as he makes now a medium tank. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the penguin's butt. You can see that was hilarious. Why was it stuck like that? And Mufa now can't run away. Like if he was gonna run away, it had to be last turn. I think he's just gonna keep attacking. It's definitely gonna build up some more charge. And he's gonna get a few attacks here. First strikes. Oh, allowing a lot of first strikes. Azrael. Maybe a better positioning would have been more ideal. Prevent some of these first strikes. Olaf is fine doing this, right? Like trading, getting global damage. Yeah, it's definitely looking bad for Blue Arakan for sure. The unit count now has gone the other way, and the value as well, right? We were the other way around. We were like 35-20 for Mufa, and now it's 35 for Mufa. This big battle over here, just destroying units. Medium tank's gonna come in, destroy a tank. He's gonna break through and injure the arty a little bit. It is on a city, so it doesn't matter. But this army got a little bit wrecked. He's gonna use Urban Blight so he can get that kill there. Okay, a lot of injured units here for Azrael. He's gonna try to... Man, this guy's at 1 HP, out of fuel, low on ammo. Okay, has to go back and... Oh, whoa, what is this error? What is going on? Okay, it's definitely the music player. Something wrong with the music player. Maximum call stack size. I don't know what this is. And Azrael resigns. Damn, GG. Definitely very fair to resign, I think. Urban Blight's getting pretty expensive, and global damage was going to happen very next turn. Damn. What went wrong? What went wrong? I've made a new error. It's so bugged. It's so bugged. Look, it's like not responding. It was looking so good for Azrael, right? Let's see. Oh man, this is gonna drive me nuts. Oh. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna try. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try disabling the music player. Okay. Hopefully now it works well. Hey, Josh PW. How's it going? So, now it works fine. Like, it's the freaking music player. I don't know why it bugs my computer so much. So, let's see. I think there was an Urban Blight here that was kind of weird. Because this is looking solid, right? Going for a few captures. This whole com tower fight was pretty good for Azrael. So a lot of fighting, and then he gets a lot of damage in. Boom, 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 boom. Very little response. Although here, this was a good play by Mufa to attack down here. Getting a little setup over here. Not very good at setup by Mufa over here, I think, when they go for the com tower. But overall, even after the winters, it was looking solid for Azrael. Higher on units, looking good on income, even not having these, right? So doing very solid. Eventually, the fight over here, I think too many resources might have been sent over here to the top from the 2 base by Azrael. That meant that this went down. So I think Info was able to come back into the income. Perhaps like this tank didn't have to go up here. Maybe could have gone down here. And this infantry also could go down here. Because going for all of these was perhaps a little bit too greedy. I guess this tank was needed for this guy. Yeah. But you see over here, doing very good. Eventually, Mufa has to pull back. There's like a moment where Mufa is like, I need to bring this back. So he loses this. He eventually does win this. I'm gonna go back a few turns because you'll see he starts pumping out tanks here, right? Look, got this tank, got this copter, right? Tank, copter. Also, what does this tank do? Oh, it took out this already. Yeah, maybe just keep the tank here in the city. Like the RD is at 5 HP, but you're trading a 5 HP RD for almost a full HP tank. Well, I guess not. It's like 7 HP. So it's like half. So yeah, it's like 2 halves for 1. So it's kind of an even trade. Problem is that then you don't have any tank here. And then the fresh tank puts a lot of pressure as everything is being sent up. More anti-airs. This other tank is sent up here this turn. So now it's kind of late to come over here. So this gets flipped. And now I have this big threat and nothing in range to defend. But again, on this side, it was looking good. This might have been a bit too greedy, I guess. That is crazy. Look at that. 6-3. That is pretty crazy. Oh, I actually didn't look at who had submitted this, but it was Imufa actually. Strategy and tactics used to fog and some things don't apply to standard. Okay. So I think overall it was pretty good for Imufa. Crazy comeback, like DMK said. I think it's hard as Kindle in this matchup just to keep up with the brawling, due to the Winter Furies. I think it was good to pull back here and not fall too much into this trap of fighting over the Comtar and then getting slapped back by urban terrain. And then eventually, like, you got this because Azrael was investing too much here, and then eventually decided to go all in, full ham over here in the 2 base. And I think it ended up paying off. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but also the medium tank getting shot by this RD last turn just to take out a tank. Oof, that is kind of tricky. I don't know why that, like, why didn't this tank? I'm not. Oof. I mean, I guess you have to stop that capture, but why not send this tank to attack this tank? Because this is just so much value right there. So the medium tank definitely didn't end up paying off because it just got sent into its own death. So I think just a little bit of tactics there by Azrael. I think Mufa just did really great. Again, it's kind of hard to give feedback when one wins the match. I do think the tactics over here in this Comtar area was a little bit I keep thinking of the word sus, but I want to use another word. I'll just say sus for now. But after it was all good. Going for this whole attack on the 2 base was very solid. Do you need to stop the capture like this one? I mean, in Azrael's mind, yes. You definitely could go for a kill, like you do anti-kills here. And then, does this tank reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. Maybe hit with this guy and this guy. But I mean, it definitely hurts, right? Losing a city and a comm tower. And the thing is that there's no infantry for Azrael to reclaim it. But it is the very last copter that there's over here, though. I guess you have this one. I like this attack, though. Joining everything over here and just going ham, right? I was like, it's a 2-base, like, you should be able to make strong units, but the fact that Azrael made an arty here makes it so that Emufa can go and just hit this for free. And there's enough copters here to do the first strike against the tank to reduce the counter attack damage from that Urban Blade. So maybe that copter should have been shot down and just let this go down. But yeah, this was too much. With the medium tank down, the copters alive, the arty build here, it just meant that Emufa could go ham here. And after that, there's just not a lot of army. And then this turn, Azrael also puts the army here, allows Emufa to come out, hit this guy, take out these, like take out a copter, hit this, also hit the arty. Everything was just very exposed. And Emufa is very far from that Winter Feast, so he's going to be very happy to just kind of brawl high, like have a big value brawl for 1 or 2 turns. And then get that Winter Fury. And that's kind of what happens. I think it kind of ends here, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. GG. Well played by Emufa, honestly. I think it started a little bit complicated. This whole thing definitely did not go Emufa's way at all. So he had to come back, even getting this city denied. So starting on the back foot for sure. And then getting that 5-7 here, just like losing infantry left and right by Emufa in the early game. This little attack here, like that's 1 infantry kill to then lose 1.5 plus another one here. Just lost a lot of units here. 1, 2 infantry, and then 2 more injured. It's a pretty big deal. And then just more. We're all dead. They just all died. Damn. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. It's getting kind of hot in here. Kind of sucks not to have the music player. Let me see if I have to do some update or something. How do I check? Someone has the link. No, there's no update. Damn. Well, like I said, it will be a day without music or sound effects. It literally just broke. So let's move on to the next game. You know what? I could put like actually, if you give me a second, I can put music. It's just not gonna be synced to the game. Anyways, how's everyone doing? I see a few new people joining. A flaming dragon. Haven't seen your name before. How are you doing? Melody, welcome. Put some Argentinian music. This is Advance Wars. It's only Advance Wars music. Got a lively game on our hands. Let's see if I can get this working. If my computer doesn't crash. Come on. Let's see if I can put a... You can spectate a lively game in the meantime. Ooh. Okay. Just gonna do that for now. Got Fluffy against... Ooh, got Fluffy with the missiles ready. It's gonna drop it. I mean, definitely winning. Fluffy's easily winning right here. Hey, Idris. Hey, Schwarzwald. Just woke up. Slept in a bit today. Nice. Hey, it's Saturday. I'm trying to get the music to in the background so it's not so empty. Oh, you sent me a Discord message? Let me see. I have so many windows open. Crazy. Oh, you sent me some thumbnails? Like reworks? Damn. Oh, these look sick. These are amazing. Can I show them? And I'm gonna try to get this music set up. Ooh, nice. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to show them. Is this working? Cool, cool. I have to change the music source. There you go. Let's lower the music. Okay. Oh, it is the big... Oh, you're right. It is the beginning of the summer for you guys. For me, it's the beginning of the winter. So happy winter to all my Southern Hemisphere, to all my fellow Southern Hemisphere people. And happy summer to everyone up in the north. Let's see, how do I want to show you guys. Oop, that was not intentional. Okay, you guys want to see the thumbnails? Let me show you. So Idris made some thumbnail reworks. He was like, Tesla versus Grim Guy. My thumbnails are so basic. I suck at this stuff. And he was like, look at this thing. Damn. This thing is crazy. This is so good. Did you like draw this? Like, did you like hand do it like on a tablet or something? That is crazy. That is so cool. Damn. And then the other one is like, oh. So this one, I got the Hachi in a tourney. I think it was like Hachi allowed in a pro tournament, something like that. I got the challengers enters. I don't know why challengers. I think there's some internal joke there that I'm not understanding. But this is very cool. Like a very different design from the other, but man, so cool. Is it AI? Love to make some for your future bits if you didn't. I mean, for sure, man. We can definitely talk about that later. But man, love this. This is amazing. Looks so cool. Got the little guy running there. It doesn't. I don't think this is AI. This looks too good. Not saying that AI is not good, but would AI make these little tanks here and then like whatever this is, infantry running? I feel like whenever it's AI, there's like stuff that gives it away. Like something is too perfect or something is too this, too like dreamy and shiny or something. The chat is delayed. Oh, it's good. I think I have the chat wrong on this. Bro, I suck at this stuff. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna change it back. There you go. Anyways, those look amazing. Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll message you later, Idris, and thank you so much for sending them. They're amazing. I love the Tesla Grim Guy one. That is so cool. I got a few pings. I'm wondering someone is sending me some pics for the music thing, but no. Okay, let's just move to the game. Ooh, thumbs down by Sergo. Someone did something that Sergo didn't like. And I ain't nearly talented enough to draw. I use a mix of different AIs. Oh, okay. He used different AIs. Just the thing that looks edited by AI. Fluffy needs 4 more subscribers to hit 500. I thought he was much higher. Damn. Okay. Let's go into this match. All right. So, how proper the music is right now with Max. We have a live league game, it seems. I'm gonna change. Let's make Sledgehammer Orange Star because hey, got the COs with the colors, right? So we have Step 6 SRL or Step with Sasha against Sledgehammer with Max in the Orange Star down here in the south. This is a base light 1 airport map. This would be your strong side, and this is your weaker side. Contested properties are not that many. I think it's like this city, and like maybe the Com Tower eventually. There's like these 3 properties perhaps, but it's not very high income either, so it's okay. You don't have to have a lot of contested properties either, as long as there's some. And then it becomes a little bit awkward to perhaps front switch. We'll see. The map is made by Starbright. I can definitely tell. But I also know, I know Starbright has that. I feel like every mapper has a specific way of making maps. One day I would love to do like a quiz, like take a screenshot of a map, show it to someone, and be like, "Can you guess who the mapper is?" on this, and that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, Sasha against Max. This is tier 1. Tier 1 Max goes up. Base light Max goes up to tier 1. So very interesting to see Sasha and Max. I definitely give the upper hand to Max. He just has, I don't know, better day-to-days and powers. It'll be a little bit delayed. Like perhaps he doesn't get the first Max Force, but he'll get the second one for sure. I believe it's gonna be way trickier for Sasha to deal with Max's powers for sure. And the main thing that Sasha's gonna have is that extra funding. So I'm kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself and not even looking at the capture phase, but let's see. We got this capture going over here. Looks like Step is going a little bit quicker onto these contested properties. Right, he's gonna start capturing this, and then Sledgehammer can interrupt or capture. I think he can definitely interrupt. He wouldn't have a follow-up though, but he can bring the tank and kind of cover from this tank. But he is not. He's gonna let that capture go through. He's gonna cap that. And then he has to position over here to stop this. I think you can definitely put it over here though. So then you can tap from 2 sides, from the planes even. Next turn, Sledgehammer is going to be able to make a copter though, so this is going to be an easy interrupt and then copter follow up. So Step is going to need a double tank here as well. So Step can just make an anti over here on the left side, but if he does, he wouldn't be able to make a tank. So he has to make either double tank or single anti-air or one copter. Doesn't go for that city, perhaps knowing about the possible copter. Doesn't want to make an anti-air, so he's gonna make double tank most likely. Yeah, there we go, double tank. Okay, that's cool. That's some good reasoning. Gonna start this capture, so they're both gonna get these, and this one is gonna be very contested. Step is gonna get this, so this will remain neutral. And now it's gonna be on Step's job to keep this neutral. Well, what's wrong with the name? Got that copter out. And we might get into a big stare off. Step definitely needs to get this interrupt, right? Right? Okay, yeah. Gonna get that 7-6. Com tower is on, so yeah, 7-6. And looks like all of the fighting might divert just right here into the city, which is actually where Step would like to fight. It is the base and airport side. Big stare off over here. All the vehicles from Sledgehammer are going to be diverted over here to the right just to get the city, because right now, because of the day-to-day and this city, Step has 2k and a half more. So every 2 turns is 5k more. It's a big deal. All the fighting is going to be over here. And oof, and now we're going to make a chunker. A medium tank to really get this city. So heavily investing, just matching infantry counts over here. There's 5 infantry and 5 infantry, just matching, right? So no one can really start a fight unless it's a very big good turn, and everything else is just going to be diverted over here. It's all going to be about whoever comes on top on this fight. As wow, Step is just coming in using double tank to clear an infantry just to get a copter shot there. But copter numbers will be looking good for Sasha here. Max can go and take this out, and then he can probably take out both of these tanks. Might even be able to protect the copter itself. And I think, although it looked okay for Step, I don't think that's a good turn. I think Step is just going to lose 3, maybe 4 vehicles this turn. Let's see, that is a kill. These can just first strike and leave it at that. Like a 9-3, that is crazy. Gets the max force before Sasha can remove it with a market crash. So another 9-3 there, and he's gonna hit that. So 3 tanks went for 3 first strikes. That's 4 vehicles that went down, the copter and 3 tanks. So I think this is kind of GG for Sasha. Going in like that for that one copter definitely was not worth it. Sometimes looks tempting, but ooh, okay, going for that. Copter can reach, but Step will probably keep this anti over here. Uses that market crash just for the extra stats and drains whatever was left of charge from Max. And yeah, that capture is gonna go through. I don't think it's a good idea to interrupt it with the copter. We'll have to see. Here comes a medium tank. A little bit more of infantry now for Sledgehammer, as this base has just been making infantry, and now we have 7 against 6. Will he go for the interrupt? Oh, he uses the tank. I didn't see that reach. Okay. So yeah, still looking very good for Sledgehammer. Even being behind on income, it's gonna have to be like, it's not that much, and just the vehicle trades are way too big. Ooh, what the? That was, why did he send the copter there? That was kind of way too much. And also went for the infantry attacks over here. Maybe got a little bit impatient. The problem though with going with infantry attacks is that Sasha's gonna get the upper hand with her cheap market crash. And then, ooh, medium tank shot there. Can he block? Can he use that market crash? Sacrifice? Oof, that unit count now looking very bad for Sledgehammer. We have to look back at the tactics there, but damn, that's gonna be one juicy first shot with that medium tank. That is gonna be 9-3. Why would you leave the medium tank on the road? I don't know. Guess the elo. Guess the elo of these guys. I think Live League is probably 900. Not more than 900. It's just like all out brawling, man. This medium tank is gonna destroy everything. Going for that lab, and it is the only lab on the map. So Max needs to stop this. We got the already plays now here by Sasha. Definitely good here. In goes a Max Force, and oh my god. That is not good. That is a dead already right there. Yeah, not seeing the extra movement. 820 says chat, 780s. Lab is stopped. This is over. Even being behind. Now he finally got one city. Oh, this one, yeah. So now they're even on properties. Sasha's only ahead because of the day-to-day. And not enough copter to deal with this medium tank. We'll see. Maybe a little bit. Okay, even trade, but still high on that unit count for Sasha. Like, look at all these injured units. 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. It's like this copter is like the main, and this copter chaining is gonna be the main thread in this area. Gonna get this tank blocked in. I think he should be able to break through, right? He needs like a max force. Okay, medium tank is down, but also maxes medium tank. No infantry from Sasha to be able to capture, so even if this looks kind of good due to blocking, if nothing is capping, nothing is happening. And didn't break through, but did get 3 nice first strikes there on infantry. So Sasha should definitely use the market crash. Gonna get an 8-4 there. Has to make an anti-air probably here, which means no copter unless you join. Oh, base skip? Wow. Man. There's a copter right here. Oh, okay. A blockage there. I think you can still break through very easily, right? You take out this, you take out this, move away the tank, take out this, copter wraps around, takes out this. This copter doesn't even reach. Oh no, Sasha, what are you doing? No, why are you blocked there? Okay, I guess that works, but whatever. I feel like the tank could have come here and taken out the anti-air. Copter's going down. Fine, this one infantry is still 2 turns away to capture anything, and by that time, Max will have stuff to defend. So I think it's super over for Sasha, as we see the rare war bonds here for Sasha. Gonna get a little bit of cash there from a few hits. Okay. I usually don't like the war bonds, but because it takes so long to come into effect. But on this map, reinforcement distance is not that big, so a bit of a better usage, I guess. You know, in a map like Caustic Finale, perhaps, where it's like 1 day reinforcement, that would be even better, right? You build a medium tank, boom, it's right there, it's on the front lines. Next turn, it's hitting. I just hate it when it takes so long. It takes like 3-4 turns for that, for those funds that you got from the super to be like, to get the juice out of them, right? And yeah, this is so over. You got copter, anti-air, and more copters. Copter chaining. This tank is not going to reach his anti-air. No threat to the anti-air whatsoever. And Step resigns. That was a quick match. So let's see. Let's look at the elos. Ooh, 1300 for step and 700 for sledgehammer. Damn. Look at that. Look at that underdog taking out the higher elo guy. So, how do you see the live league elo? How do you check the live league elo? Do you go like here? Wow, that was like one of the first matches of step. Damn. Did he run out of time? He was kind of low on time. Sledgehammer was doing really good. Let's see. Sledgehammer, also one of probably the first few matches. So yeah. Who was it? Spidey that said 780s? No, MT. Okay. Yeah, you guys were right. I kind of highballed it with a 900, but yeah, this was more in the 7 or 800. So, what went wrong here? Actually, who submitted this? Sledgehammer. Strategy, noob mistakes, overcommitment. I feel like you could say that from step, really. I think Sledgehammer did pretty well. I wanted to look at the capture phase. So let's see. I think this guy does not have to go here. This guy has to go to this city. Because then you get to this city. Because now you're delaying the city. And there was that little bit of a stare off there that you could have avoided. Right? Because then this guy would already be here. He moves and then you start capping. Like you're the first one to step on there instead of this awkward situation. Then step doesn't even go for it, but still. Another option would be to interrupt right here. Like self-interrupt. As you have the comm tower, that could be a good approach. You get the comm tower, you attack right here. There's no follow-up infantry. And you have the mountain and the comm tower. Like, that's a 6-9, 6-8. There's no way that Sasha's gonna win that fight. Like, then Sasha has to pull this guy from the capture to attack back. And you still have the mountain. So it's like you can attack here and you can cap and you have this other guy. Right? And take a look. Situations like this, they're hard to come by, but sometimes it's BG says Aragon. Damn, man. Ruthless. Oh, come on. Why is it not working? Man, my thing has not been working lately. Only during streams. When I'm playing and I'm doing my turns, it works fine. But when I'm streaming, it just like doesn't want to work. So this goes down to 6. This goes down to 8. Capture here. Could even like sit on the silo as well. High defense terrain. You have the comm tower. Stasha doesn't. And then this is going to be a double tank turn, right? Tank. This goes to capture right here. Do you let that city get capped by that? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know, something like this. Whatever. Double tank turn. Looks good. And these are capped. But the thing doesn't work. So, what if I move it off? Bro, come on. Okay. So look at this situation now for step. This is very, very bad for step. You don't have a comm tower. These trades are like, this is horrible. On a road, onto a silo with a comm tower, horrible. You do not want to do that. Most likely, step is going to be forced to perhaps attack over here, right? And then like double tap like this, but then you can still follow. Like this guy can go onto a mountain and shoot back. This guy can also shoot back, and this guy can one to the silo. Or maybe you only shoot with this guy from the mountain. This guy goes to capture it. This guy sits on the silo. So you always have a follow up, and then you have the tank coming to defend from this tank. And you pretty much deny the com tower for a really long time, as this is going to be pumping out tanks most likely. This is the one base. Like the cop is going to take a while to get to here. So I think that would be pretty game ending really early on. And I don't know why it is like that. Did Step do something differently? Oh, I guess it was... That's funny. It's that very first infantry that I said that should go here to then go for this. It's the guy that went here, right? Instead of going here for here, it went for this city and then changed here, and that's why it's a little bit quicker, and was able to get, or could have gotten, the interrupt on the mountain, which wasn't the case here for Step, because he actually went for this city first. You can see if we go back, right? This guy. So it is balanced. It's the same thing. It would be the same because Step would have finished the capture on this turn, right? Or interrupt, which is the same situation that we have here. So that's one opportunity passed by Sledgehammer. And then over here, I think everything was pretty fine. I do not think that there was an overcommitment at all. Strategy was good. No mistakes. I don't see them. I'm surprised that Sledgehammer has 730. This was pretty solid. Just stuck to tank, copter. Just stayed where the properties are. Got a bit of a fight. Didn't get impatient with the fights here as well. Made a medium tank, which was pretty solid. Perhaps need more copters, because now... Oh, this copter was safe. I think got impatient over here though. So this copter, this was definitely a mistake. No need to finish off that infantry with a copter. You can just send it over here, perhaps. Help out to take out this medium tank or this coming copter. But yeah, sacrificing there, this copter, it is an easy kill on the city, right? So that is definitely a mistake. Because you lose one vehicle to then only do half damage, right? 9.5, like, this is still fine. This copter is gonna destroy a copter almost. So that was pretty bad. And then the infantry fights, they're also not that great because you're fighting onto a mountain from a plains and a shoal. The infantry numbers are kind of even though. Step doesn't even fight too much, and you pull back. So it was kind of an even trade. I think he did it because he saw the arty. Yeah, he sees the arty. He wants to take out unit count, which is fair. But if he had the copter, it would be even better. The copter alive, he can do more damage. Because the tank is unresponded, right? And you can finish off this capture if you're afraid with your follow-up infantry. Anyways, besides that, everything looked pretty good. I think the overcommitment was by Step. Too much here, losing too much value. Let's go to the medium tank shot. I don't know why that. Okay, and medium tank attacks from a road to a tank there. To be fair, it was one of the first matches from Step. But like, man, allowing this is crazy. Not even an attempt to block. Is pretty wild. Yeah, definitely not a good idea there by Step. So good there by you, Sledgehammer, to punish that. Even you get this capture. Eventually you end up trading off here. You were able to see the breakthroughs here, so that was all good as well. I think that's super solid. And then that was the end of the game. GG. Well done. Okay, next one. Ooh. Nice matchup we have here. This is... Okay. I've never seen this map before. So another lively game here that I've never seen this map before. 3 base with an airport way in the back. This feels like a Starbright map. Is it? Oh, Buster Beach side. Okay. Nice. I've definitely seen him on the Discord channel. Fronts look very fog-ish. If you know what I mean. Very like light terrain. Airport way in the back. Such a weak airport with like no terrain means that airport's gonna be very bad. So good choice there by Word Wielder Ginger. By picking Lash, since airport are gonna be kind of bad, but there's also not a whole lot of terrain. There's a few silos. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna change the colors. Let's change Mobros to like, yeah, change the dinos. Okay, so we have Word Wielder Ginger with Lash in the dinos, Silver Claw in the southwest, and then we have Mobro 444. I know this user. Mobro has been climbing the ladder. I've seen him on the top 10. Is it a fog? I think. In the Amber Blaze with Rachel. Not sure about the Rachel pick here. Pretty open map. You got 3 base, so you're gonna have a decent amount of infantry. I guess it's due to the amount of property, so maybe the income was pretty high. We can check here. What's the income parity? 22k. It's kind of medium. So pretty even. You wonder if there's a city skip stuff for play 1, but map looks pretty interesting. Okay. I trust you, Astaroth. You're way better at map reading than I am. I'm pretty a disaster. Anyways, first tank here for Ginger. Mobro is gonna be able to respond with his own, but we have an odd order here. An AB tank order, perhaps. And this Mobro skipped last turn. Did he? He did. Okay, he didn't. He could have built a tank, but he decided not to. So everything's okay. No rushing of the airport. It seems like pretty standard capture. Just going for the first things first. And we got a response tank from the 1 base by Mobro. You have this long mountain river division, and then you can front switch through here. There's a small forest that kind of slows you down, and then a dead center. So the fight is probably going to be over here in this corner, packed with these cities. You got the help of this black boat, help out the 1 base side. I don't think the 1 base can get this city. This base is very close, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like at the very best, the 1 base is trying to hold on to this and this. Okay. We're over here in the middle. This will be very nice for Lash to interrupt from the mountain onto a capture. So nice there by Ginger. Maybe I should have made Ginger the Amber Blaze, but oh well. Gonna get a first strike here from the shoal. But the setup here is so that this tank can go and destroy this tank on a first strike. So I don't think it was a good idea by Mobro. Not sure why he decides to do that. It does mean that Lash cannot capture here, but he could also just attack from the rope too, and then use this guy to interrupt this capture. So, damn. I mean, sure, he gets the repair, but oof. Maybe he should have attacked from this shoal tile instead, so this tank can't wrap around to this shoal, to this silo tile. Down here, got the dinos moving in. We're gonna have 6 dinos in total. He decides to go for the kill instead of the interrupt with a 4 HP tank. Ginger, I feel like it'd be more worth to interrupt over here since there's not a lot of infantry. There's only 4 infantry for Ginger in this area, while for Mobro, and Ginger has a bit more. Just because Mobro has made his first 2 tanks, or I guess first and third tank over here. Going for a few captures. Not a lot of terrain for Lash to use to interrupt, and actually passing off the opportunity to hit over here. Wow. He doesn't go for the interrupt there from the mountain. That is very, very strange. And front shifting this tank over here, so we're gonna have that triple tank over here. Pretty much traded like 2 for 1, right? Or 1 for 1/2 in tank. Ooh, not going for the interrupt here either. Could be an interesting thought. Interrupt from the planes and then capture. You still have the tank backup. Damn, Ginger passing up on a lot of opportunities of interrupting. Both this one and this one. And even this one. Although this one was probably not sustainable because there was quite a few infantry, but still, with the counterattack, you injure all of these guys and then they are very slow to capture. So perhaps playing too passive as Lash in this matchup. Mober's gonna be happy to get this, and then he can probably wait until the RD comes in. This is gonna be his strong side. In a few turns, it's gonna start to pile up in unit count. Maybe these guys will front shift over here, sending in a tank and the infantry to finish this off, and then sitting with that tank on that city. Lash cannot wrap around to sit on this tile, and she's gonna have to shoot from 0 defense terrain. Using that black boat to block as well, so looking good for Mobro. Very equal in the income departments. Ginger still going for first strikes, attacking from the shoal and shoal, then road on the city, and then attacking this other infantry. There's only 1 tank to back up, but there's going to be a lot of injured tanks. The difference in HP is like 4, maybe 5, so just 5 tank damage difference. He's gonna get a little heal up. He'll probably finish. He can probably take out 2 tanks. Okay, he's not. He's gonna cover that and then attack from the city. Okay. And this is kind of a wild interrupt. And wow, Mobro going wild. Attacking from the silo. The second I think attack from the forest though. But this is looking good for Mobro in this corner. With the RD setup, he's gonna be able to take out these. This tank is gonna be busy dealing with this tank. He also has to stop this capture right here. And I don't think there's a way. He would have to use the tank and the infantry and then use this infantry to interrupt right there. Or he could do the like double infantry, takes this out, or HP sacrifices to stop that momentarily. Let's see if he does that. He's gonna attack from the forest. It's locked down by that RD, so he can't. And he doesn't get the roll to finish that off. He can definitely, bro, sit on that silo. Come on, take out that guy. Damn. That's a missed opportunity again by Ginger to sit there and prevent any easy interrupts by Mobro. And he is gonna another interrupt. Ginger, you need to work on your interrupting, like identifying moments to interrupt stuff. Come on. Like, you sacrifice that, there isn't another follow-up, so you have more infantry. Mobro is gonna move in. He's gonna take these 2. Doesn't set up the RD behind it. I think he just sets it up to defend this tank. But clearly investing most of his resources in defending his 1 base side, which makes sense over here in this matchup. Definitely gonna need an anti-air like ASAP. So definitely this turn, yeah, there you go. This copter is gonna be coming. But again, very late airport, right? It's gonna take 1, 2, 3 turns to take into effect, and this anti-air can respond in just 2 turns. Mech build is kind of funny, not sure why. He's gonna try. Okay, he's gonna get the guaranteed kill there, but That could have been stopped before. He still gets the capture there. It looks like Mobro didn't go for the interrupt, and he's gonna smack some stuff. Takes out the tank, takes out the arty, and sits on the city and the silo. So nice terrain. Definitely way more. The bigger investment from both is over here on Ginger's strong side against Mobro's weaker side. But as fighting happens, that charges up and got the super ready. I'm pretty sure that the value is gonna land right here. He would have to divert the HP and infantry missiles somewhere like here, perhaps. He makes a Neo tank, which is gonna be enough to divert the value missile. But that is a double base skip Neo tank too. Neo tank copter is gonna be more value than four tanks. And then the infantry is probably gonna land here. There's 4 infantry right here. Yeah, somewhere here. Let's see if Mobro uses it. He does. And yeah, one lands right here. Another one lands right here. And then another one right here. No way. Oh, because it's a tie. You got 5 units right here for the missile. But you also have 5 units over here. And because it starts from the top left and then scans down, it got here first. Damn, that's definitely not ideal for Ginger right there. And Mobro slowly moving in, gonna go for this capture, or just like insist on this capture. Now yes, protected by this arty. Got the anti-air also protecting. Got another arty and another mech, strangely enough. And now we have the terrain tactics. Okay, is that a kill? No, doesn't kill. Okay, gonna start capping there. Interesting how this city's contested. And okay, it's gonna take out a lot of tanks. So very little left for Mobro here. Just 8 HP in total of a tank against a whole lot more from Ginger. Got the anti-air protecting most of the tanks. I think the Scorpion can still attack from here, but with the prime tactics, it's gonna be hard to deal enough damage onto this tank. So somehow Ginger is holding on, but that income is definitely gonna sting. And the infantry is looking much healthier for Mobro over here than it is for Ginger over here to capture stuff. He's gonna finish that off. He's gonna ridiculous. Just attack the infantry, right? Come on, that'd be way more value. Just attack the with a copter to this infantry. And there's not a whole lot more of infantry left for Ginger, as he's not even making them from this base. He's making another anti-air. So it's gonna take a while. Mobro can be very happy of just having this. He has the income advantage as Rachel in this matchup. Makes his own Neo tank because there's a lot of tanks. Honestly, could have just made a medium tank. Yeah, probably just a medium tank would have been fine. Probably wanted the extra movement to stop the comm tower cap, or the extra strength to like punch and destroy a tank if it's blocking. He really doesn't want to lose that comm tower. And I think that's exactly what Ginger is going to try to do. Maybe not. Somewhat. Okay. I think he's gonna have to, and he's gonna lose all these tanks. And then he can still interrupt here, but he would have to use a copter, I believe. Okay, dead tank. Uses the copter. Ooh, just down to 3, just enough to solve that comm tower cap, and finishes it off. Now it starts to capture this. Can probably trap the Neo tank and put an arty right there. Right, protects the capture, and can shoot at the Neo tank with the follow-up arty as well. Man, this game is looking very, very over. Even an additional arty here for Mobro. Again, in the income lead with Rachel. Copter goes down. It did its job. I think it could have shot at the infantry instead, so it's not capping right here. But oh well. And now we have another Neo tank to respond to this guy because, yeah, that is gonna shred stuff to pieces. And we're halfway through the next covering fire. So now Mobro can comfortably push out. No more infantry capping. These guys are way too late. So he's gonna be pretty happy. The Neo tank actually broke through and took out the Artie. Took out the other Artie. Damn, this thing is munching through. I mean, it's live, right? It's hard to make proper walls. But unit count is looking good for Ginger. Lots of very injured units though, and we are very close to that second covering fire. So Ginger probably spent a lot of time planning for that, and we'll see if it paid off or not. We'll see if he lands the missiles. He needs a little bit more, but I don't think he can get it. He had to sacrifice something. He's not. I think he's just gonna wait. He's just gonna wait. He's gonna chill. Just gonna go for this city flip. They're pretty equal in income, and now it's Lash's turn. So you know next turn those missiles will land. He's very low on the timer, so he can't really plan as he's gonna munch through another artillery. 3 arties. It's 18k in bio. This thing just destroyed. Gonna temporarily interrupt this capture, and down go those missiles. One of them land here, one of them land here, and another one lands over here. Medium tank's gonna be able to finish that Neo tank off after the covering fire. So now there's no big threat over here. This medium tank's gonna be free to roam, except for this copter. It could somewhat put a threat, but you got this anti-air. Putting a threat on the com tower as well. And yeah, I think it's definitely looking good for Mobro, for sure. Got all these mechs over here protecting the capture. Prime tactics to get that extra firepower, and he's gonna stop that com tower cap. Gonna go for this capture. Okay, doesn't get the kill. So try to block here, try to go for this cap. Meg is gonna have to be used to stop that. Okay. Well, oh, actually no, now it's blocked. Damn. So I think Ginger is gonna get this property. That is pretty neat. So he might now have the income advantage after all. But Mobro is just gonna go for cleanup of army. And this medium tank is gonna attack here from a plane, so on a shoal. That is gonna be a lot of charge. Ooh, copter, that's good. Started with a copter, now he gets a 9 to the medium tank, gonna take it out. Damn, dead Neo tank. Tank goes down. Man, this has become way more brawly than I thought it was gonna be, and it's still going. I thought it was gonna be over. But Ginger holding on. Black boat is gone. No more black boat for Lash. Army from Mobro kind of moving north. Might be kind of giving up on this offense. Might want to join up armies over here. And perhaps planning for that third covering fire. So you're gonna punch through, attack that mech. Okay. Oof. I guess there's no copters here, so Antair can just die. Gonna get that. Ooh. And you know what's coming. Oh, move the black boat. Move something else. And there. Ooh. Two here. Damn. Two here and one here. Ginger running out of time. That 0 timer. Brutal. This is gonna be absolutely it. No more Neo tank, no more medium tank. Yeah, this is gonna be it. That army difference is massive now, 120 to 70. That is the kind of covering fire that can just end the game right there. Damn. It was looking good for Ginger there. Maybe certain moments of going back, kind of, you know, it's even, but staying in the fight as Lash. But yeah, covering fire can just do that. One turn that you miss position and you're gone. Definitely gonna need some infantry here. Perhaps a T-Copter would be nice for Mobro to kind of speed up this and try to go for these captures to kind of really seal the game, because they're still equal on income, way ahead on value though. That's crazy. Word Wielder is gonna use that prime tactics. Is he gonna resign? Perhaps not. He's gonna go for these attacks. Just gonna sit on this terrain. Has this medium tank on a forest, kind of defending from this other medium tank. Got this neo tank now. This 8 HP medium tank should not be doing any damage to this, or any significant damage. Okay, getting some clear ups over here, and yeah, all the army from Mobro that was over here is now either here or here. Trying to set up for this city. Man, this game is extending way more than I thought it was. Gonna make an APC. I guess it's quicker than a T-Copter because the airport is so far away. Maybe that's the reason. Oh. Why is the APC going this way? Why? Why is it going this way? Just make a T-Copter at that point. It's going the wrong way. What the? Neo tank is gonna be dealt with. Man. Finally, some infantry are making their way onto this corner. And there is no army left from Lash over here to deal with this. You got medium tank, 3 tanks, and an arty, and you just have 2 fresh antlers. So this is all going to kind of die. He has to make a neo tank. Definitely has to pull back like within the neo tank's range, but even then, like, you can put the arty behind the medium tank. This little combo can definitely beat the neo tank. So Lash has to be careful here. Mobro is still gonna attack, even be on the city there. Just keep attacking, just shredding down this unit count. Even puts the arty in front. Damn. Like, come and shoot at me. That might be a little bit of a stretch. Not sure about that one. But I'm gonna start this capture. Gonna block with the copters. Okay. Lots of neo tanks in this game, and next turn we're gonna have another covering fire, and Lash resigns. GG. Let's see. Guess the elos. I know Mobro is high elo. He's like a 1500 in global league, I think. Probably like a 1100 in live, and then word wielder ginger. I have no idea. Probably in the 1000 live league. This was submitted by Word Wielder Ginger. He said, strategy, because how did I even lose? My opponent blundered so many free tanks in the opening. I should have won. Many sad faces. 900 to 1000 ELO live league. A pretty new player here. Nice to see. 1400 Mobro, nice. I feel like he's in the top 10 of the fog ladder. Is it high funds? Oh, I guess he's not in any of these. Maybe he's not queuing. But I've seen his name a lot. So yeah, definitely that first tank, those left hanging by Mobro, was very questionable. Like this first attack there was very weird. I have no idea why you would do that. Like, wouldn't it be better to just attack from here? I don't know. But Mobro decides not to do that, and yeah, definitely looked better for Lash there in the opening. But the thing is that, as I was saying, you passed on a lot of opportunities to interrupt. Like, for example, this turn, you can definitely go and attack here. And that is like almost a dead tank. Like, it's fine if you leave it at 2, right? Leave it at 2. There you go. This can go and interrupt. It'll deal like 1 damage, 2 damage. Look at that. Beautiful. This guy can just chill. Can bring this guy like this. Bring this guy over here. So now you have opportunities to double hit this guy next turn. Or do like tank infantry, or do like infantry and tank sits on the city, for example. So you definitely stop this capture for sure. There's no way that Mobro can get this. So that way you stop that. Another option would be to do this right here that I'm not very convinced about. But that's a nice 5-9. Right? And then the only thing that can hit, I guess, is this tank. And there's no tank follow-up. Okay, so I guess this was other turn, but you still send this guy to capture over here. And I think you put this tank to cover. So I guess this tank, honestly, this tank could have just gone there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perhaps. Doesn't have to be that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, just put it here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just has to reach this tile. So in case the tank attacks from the road. If it attacks from the city, whatever. You're still denying that. Let's see, if he attacks like this, how does that look? Okay, you go down to 5 and you deal another 3 damage here. So this is still like a 7, 5. So you're already dealing 8 HP in damage to 2 separate infantries. So these are going to be delaying captures. So that's pretty significant. He would have to attack again to then get a winning fight, or just keep capturing, and then this guy can attack back or attack this guy. So I think that would be very much worth. This guy would still go here, probably capture this, and this guy would probably come here, try to capture this. But that's one infantry that's causing some damage right there. And then another thing would be maybe this, but maybe it's too much. So maybe that can just finish that capture. But this is interrupt next turn. That was pretty significant. So this happens. So he gets this property. He also gets this. And then right here. So this would have been easy interrupt right there. The thing with Lash is it's all about that early game. You have to go into a mid game with an advantage. If not, you lose. That's kind of the thing. So right here with the comm tower, again, I can't get the capture, but you get a 6, maybe 5, but let's always assume the worst case scenario. You get a 6, and then this attacks back, maybe 3. You start capturing. Whatever, you bring this guy there, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, all good. And this guy can just stay chilling there, or it can go on the side though, perhaps. I think this is fine. It's protecting this guy. So now you're stopping this. And so next turn, Mobro can go and attack here, perhaps. Drop you down to like 1 with the comm tower. Maybe 2. Not sure. And then keep capping. But then you can attack. You can sacrifice this, attack once again from the plains, and that would be a guaranteed kill. And then I guess if you have the tank here, then you can sit with the tank on the city, or sit with the infantry and then capture with this infantry this city. And so that way you stop this capture, you stop this capture, and you get to a mid game with an advantage by quite significant, because you'll probably get this, and then you're just keeping this neutral and this neutral. So that's going to be a 2k lead pretty much. There's two properties that Rach is not going to get. Lash needs to learn the waves of Poland. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Gotta go for those early interrupts, because if not, again, Mobro gets that, Mobro gets this, also got this pretty early on, and all this is nice and healthy, and can even sit a tank on this property to interrupt it. So it's almost like Mobro was the one playing more aggressive early on than the one that was playing with the aggressive CO. After that, it's just like brawling. Even like this attack right here, I understand what Word Wielder Ginger was saying, that, oh, how did I lose? Because there were so many tanks that I was eating. But it's like, yeah, the thing is that you're going into higher income levels, and that brawling is going to make it so Mobro gets that covering fire, and it's just devastating. Slowly push over here, getting these cities, as definitely not ideal. I think definitely you would like to have, you just really want to take down those infantry numbers. Just like keep it very low unit count, so that your extra stats shine. You know, it's easier for you to use the correct tiles to attack from with extra stats. You don't get into these blockages. Probably also not the best Lash map because of all the zero defense terrain over here. There's some nice, you got the cities and the silos. So as long, if you can take control of those, then sure, you're fine, because then it's very hard for the other ones to kick you out, and then you use your 3-star attack onto a 0-star attack. Oh, a 0-star defense. But that wasn't the case, so now you're going into a stally game where you don't have the tiles to get that extra firepower, and then you start getting blasted. You have to double base skip. There was still a very long brawl. I think Mobro was a little bit reckless in certain times. This one was pretty funny. This Neotank going crazy and munching on like 3 different arties. Boom. And then another one. Oh my god. Yeah, the mechs were also kind of funny. So yeah, it's all about that early game for Lash. You definitely want to get those early stats, use those interrupts, and sit on those cities. You want to be sitting on those cities where you become kind of Kindle. And get to that mid game with 2 properties, three properties ahead, like some level of properties. And then, yeah, you can maybe stall it a little bit, but still keep it brawling. Like, go from one side to another, take out some cities, put pressure. But going into like this such an even game is not ideal. If you're ahead 2k, 3k, 4k, whatever it is, like you're still gonna get hit by covering fire, but at least you're gonna have a little bit more. Then you can get like semi-even trades, and you can get a bit more charge, and maybe you can get prime tactics before covering fire, and that you can get that kind of ball rolling. Anyways, good game. Let's move on. I think to the last game that I have. Ooh. Oh, it's only been 1 hour and 40 minutes. Damn, we already covered 4 games. All right, this one's gonna be very interesting. Ooh. Okay. We have a fog match. I believe it's okay, it's a global league. I thought it was a tournament, but it's a global league. We have 900, 1000 elo match right here. I'm gonna switch the direction of these guys. And we have tier 1, yeah, on Misty, double HQ. Tier 1 Von Bolt against Eagle. Or is it, I think it's new tier 2. So yeah, Von Bolt goes down to the new tier 2. Very interesting map, this one. We have Onyx Dusk with Eagle in the Brown Desert at the top right, and then we have Cut. I'm just gonna say Cut with Von Bolt in the bottom left. Very, very interesting matchup. Interestingly enough, Eagle is the only one that can move after what's it called? Ex Machina. With the lightning strike, you can move those units. Isn't that funny? But Cut gonna use a lander to boost this infantry to go for the city instead of going for the airport or going for over here. On the other hand, Onyx is gonna use the lander to go over here. I think this is the usual approach, to try to rush the city and then you rush some of these. These are very highly contested. Day 3 recons, even day 2 recons I've seen. I've gone smacked by Steeler by a day 2 and day 3 recon. That I think only player 1 could do. And just like wreck some havoc over here. Although Dr. Nasty told me that it's actually pronounced wreak havoc. Like, what? Really? Is it really? Wreak havoc? Oh well, I don't know. I'm not the best with the English pronunciations. Funny that Cot got trapped there, but eventually he's gonna make it through and get this. That should never have happened. You just walk here and then you go for that city. That is just a self-economic injury. But no recons for either player over here. So we're just opening straight up tanks. Both very slow tanks also, like from the island base, not even loaded up on the lander. You also say wreck, but you're not a native speaker. Yeah, I always try to believe that I'm somewhat good with my English pronunciation, but I guess not always. This recon only moving 5 tiles. I think this recon is going to be used to spot this. If that's the case, then you can just make the arty first, move the arty, build the recon, or not even, like you just make an infantry. Then the next turn you make a recon, you have vision, you can shoot. Then the next turn you move the before you move the recon, you finish it off and then you move the recon. But this is a little bit inefficient. Like this could have been another infantry. No early aggressions, no recons, so this is going to be very chill. Just slowly capping, going for those contested properties, going to drop off a tank here, thinking that there's going to be a recon, but there is no recon. If you're going to make a recon, it has to be from this base, because if not, this recon can see. This recon can spot both of these bases. So yeah, we're just chilling. Tanks, infantry, very standard build from both. Although the difference here is that Onyx is going to go for this arty kill on this recon. He really wants to get rid of this spy, and then the arty can move over to this block boat. It's going to take a while. Something important to note in this matchup, those infantry fights are going to be nasty. Von Bolt is just going to shred Eagle. Where's the comm tower? Oh, it's this one. Oof. So I guess you don't have a comm tower until you get this. So definitely important for Eagle to get it. So I see now why Onyx is trying to rush this, because no comm tower would be disaster. Do you want to take a look? Let's see. Imagine he decides, you know what? I'm going to go and interrupt this capture from a plains. That is a 7-7 or a 7-6. That is disaster time. Definitely not something that Onyx can afford. So he even makes a T-copter. He's gonna get rid of this, and then he's gonna start capping that. I think it makes sense. It makes sense that Onyx is just opening tank. It's very defensive. Doesn't even want to go for the recon opening to interrupt. But I think Cod could have definitely gone for that. But he's just going full tank. Did this tank move in vision of this infantry? Oh, I guess, yeah. Either this one or this one. So Onyx is gonna know this tank is there. But there's also this tank over here. I don't think it's worth it to commit to a fight here though. So I think Onyx can definitely get a first strike here. It's not gonna be the prettiest because it's still a forest. 6-7? Yeah. Oh, Von Bolt is too strong. Definitely overextending, but this is totally fine. This is a good trade for Von Bolt. That's a 1 HP difference. Like, this is totally fine. He could go like tank, infantry kill, tank sits on the city. He's been seeing what's being built over here, right? He knows there's no tanks coming. So he felt pretty comfortable doing this. He should feel comfortable going for that kill and sitting on that city. Let's see if he sees it and if he goes for it. Wow, he just goes for the tank smack there. He goes for the interrupt there. Ooh, does not go for the... Definitely go for the interrupt. Maybe using the 6 HP tank. Bro, come on. Come on, Cot. That was a free interrupt right there. Damn. So, very good trader for Von Bolt. Losing fight here, definitely for Eagle. I got this. The infantry flood from the early game is going to be flooding this right area, most likely. This HQ is going to be safe with the lander on top of it. Definitely would recommend Onyx not to move it until there's more army. They just move his tank in front of the Imp's vision. The first one that went to forest, yeah. So he could definitely see it. But no response here. So again, good trade there. Good tank trade for Cot. Something that I learned from Raizo is that it's the only way that Eagle can really deal with Von Bolt, or I guess maybe also Olaf in that case. You have to use triangle units. Whenever you're outmatched in day-to-day, you're gonna have to use triangle units. Use copters and RDs to deal with tanks, recon to deal with infantry. You know, your classic anti-air and copter, tank on anti-air. You have to use that kind of thing, because relying same unit on same unit, especially tank on tank, is a disaster. Maybe copter on copter is fine, because I think actually Eagle's copters are better. That can be fine, and also terrain doesn't affect the defense of copters. But man, Eagle's getting shredded here. Got a nice interrupt here. Probably not gonna hold too long. Dead infantry. But looking very strong for Von Bolt for sure. A little bit slow for Eagle because of the whole RD on the recon and then the T-copter. Now he's finally gonna have that comm tower. And I think next turn Cod is gonna get it. So at least the comm tower is not contested on this map, which is a plus in this matchup for Eagle. If it were contested, then Von Bolt can just fight that, and then if he denies Eagle from it, even he gets it, then it's just straight up winning. Even if Eagle, if they're like even in income, just like not having the comm tower for Eagle would be devastating. We're gonna go for a tank, copter tank, and then tank from a city, so that trying to get the better edge there. Also having the comm tower and getting a little interrupt there. Trying to amass his forces over here, and why the tank here? Onyx, what are you doing? Man, I think also this Blackboard is going to take 3 turns to destroy, I believe. Might be a roll, but I don't know why the tank is going there. Just getting trapped. I guess it speeds it by 1 turn. Damn. Infantry trade there, 7-6 is very funny. Got a medium tank here from Cod. Not sure why. Is it gonna be used to take out the Blackboard? Deals like 1 or 2 damage to the Blackboard. But Onyx not pulling back from this fight. He's just gonna keep fighting. Not gonna be able to interrupt this unless he sends the copter, but he doesn't see what's behind the shadows. Probably not a good idea to send it in, but he's still going to send it in. So that is gonna be a dead copter. This copter is probably gonna come in and hit that guy. We are seeing a copter spam from Eagle. So damn, we'll see. Maybe Onyx can break through here, and with these infantry, maybe a tank can take over this area, as Cod is kind of sending everything here to the middle. caught getting that vision on that other base. He's like, well, I lost my first spy. I need to get another one now. Keeping up with that infantry fight, I think, is very sane to do in this matchup. What? What? Why the rocket? Oh my god. Does he want to take out the lander? I think that's Cod's game plan. I think I think he wants to go for the HQ in the middle. Lander, I mean, Blackboard is gonna go down. Onyx is gonna get that airport, but also faster reinforcement. So this might be a big swing here in properties. And then it's like next 5, maybe 7 turns once these guys make it. Oh, I guess you have the teacup, so that's gonna be even quicker. But also Cod moved the lander here from his HQ, so definitely have to keep an eye out on that. And okay, teacup is actually used over here. I think he's scared of this threat in the middle. But these 2 copters thrown in there, that is gonna be 2 dead copters. You got the anti and then the other copter follow up. There's a lot of trading and the powers have been going up. So I don't think Bolt is gonna hit lightning like Ex Machina this turn. But Eagle is definitely getting that lightning strike next turn. And there goes that HQ cap, but with not a lot of other infantry to follow it up. So lightning strike is locked and loaded. This rocket moved. Will it be used to take out the Blackboard? I'm so unsure what's going on. Medium tank moving on. And now makes an arty. Okay, I think maybe the rocket's gonna be used like to move through these roads. Now the landers moved off, so the rocket was not needed anymore. I don't know. Stuff is happening, guys. Copter and tank. Okay, they get the KO on the infantry on the HQ. Are we gonna see a lightning strike? There's a little join there. A lot of infantry fighting, so I'm not sure about a lightning strike. But should definitely use it, I think, and just destroy as many of these infantry and light vehicles as possible. It's not gonna be the best lightning strike the world has ever seen, but okay, he does use it. Okay, nice. Oof, that would have been a problem if he didn't use it. He's gonna these guys are really prioritizing that HQ cap. Here gonna come the copter. Copters, double copter right here. Take out those tanks, gonna start like a few captures, finish that off, take out that copter, take out that anti-air, nice. And yeah, that was a nice little lightning strike. Unit count looking good for Eagle, also army wise, definitely looking good. A very bad trade over here for Eagle. I'm not sure why he did that. But there goes that Ex Machina, lands on the bomber and the copter. I think also the lander, so it landed over here. Definitely nice there, nice little bait there by Eagle, making use of the lander and then one high value unit to bait the missile instead of here. And I think this rocket is gonna be the COD's demise, because I don't understand what that thing is doing. He can't even shoot at the Blackboard this turn. I think he's probably gonna bring it. He wants to defend his own HQ. Maybe now he's gonna put it on his planes and lock down his HQ. No, what is it doing? It's gonna be used to destroy this Blackboard. Man, what? I don't understand. This rocket is gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be COD's demise. Onyx is gonna actually get this city flip, so they are 22 to 26, but I think this is gonna slowly make Eagle catch up on that income. Gonna finish that cap? Okay, he might have thought about it, maybe go for the HQ cap, but no. So 23 to 25 it would be right now. Actually make it 24 to 25. So very nice. And going for this other one, that would put Eagle in the lead if he is able to get that flip. Rocket, he's hesitating. Okay, he does it, but he doesn't have an infantry. He didn't keep an infantry here in range. I think this guy was in his forest. It could have moved over here and then gone for that. But he's gonna move out over here, gonna start these two captures. I'm gonna first strike this guy. Kind of an awkward little trade here. What is the rocket gonna do next? I wonder what's the rocket's fate. Army wise, 100 to 140, pretty good for Von Bolt, but we gotta see. I mean, especially when you have a freaking rocket right there. So I think this is gonna get flipped by Onyx, so that's gonna be very nice. Gonna get this copter and infantry and a few infantry to possibly flip this property, perhaps this. So quite a few threats here that COD needs to respond to. And another flip over here. Got the bomber finally revealed itself. Already kind of running out of ammo. And really liking to put that threat on the HQ. Okay, nice little taking that out. Von Bolt gets that flip, but that will probably get flipped back to Eagle soon. And wow, Von Bolt winning that infantry fight. Perhaps this Eagle infantry shouldn't have shot last turn. Could just stay there, standing at 8 with the 7 guy, let it shoot back, heal back, and then he would win. Because now this is like a losing trade. He can't use his copter with his bomber next turn. Here goes the rocket, and it is locking that HQ. Man, Von Bolt, you're playing like as if you were Eagle here. Just very careful, very passive with the rocket. Eagle has all the initiative right now. He's threatening this. Well, he's actually gonna get it. And then he can get this in 2 turns. He's now threatening this city right here. Damn. It's all in Eagle's favor right now. Look at how Von Bolt is positioned. That's so far back. Also has like no vision. There's no recons. Like he can't see anything. Just because he's so far back and has no recons whatsoever. It's very hard to know what you're fighting into. You don't know if there's a already behind or something. So you have to be extra careful with where you send your units. This anti just blindly go in. That is going to be a flip. Eagle is going to get the income lead, and it's looking better and better for Eagle, even being a lot behind in army. That is maybe something that COD should put into use, like bring this massive army that he has, as he's like foregoing both corners, and just go ham in the middle. Just go for an HQ push perhaps and try to win that way. It's kind of hard against a guy that can do 2 turns in one, but the Ex Machina is pretty good when you're deathballing. It can hit that army in one go. Income's pretty high too. We got, 25k parity is pretty high. I think the highest is Stalingrad at 27. Gonna get some nice hits there. Eagle's charge just keeps going up as stuff dies. So finally caught trying to take some of that initiative back onto his own hands. And gonna go for this capture. Has 2 infantry range with that HQ. But I'm feeling like Lightning Strike could be a possibility this next turn. He's gonna get 2 more properties, so that's gonna be 28 to 22. 6k advantage for Eagle. Definitely doesn't have to use that Lightning Strike. I think he can probably use the new tank here, attack this, and just pull back and just re-amass army. But you definitely need more light vehicles. There's too many big units, too many chunks. Need more. What's the opposite of chunk? Ooh, actually going in. He's trying to get that Lightning Strike. He's not gonna get it. He needs like 1,000 something. He's gonna try to sacrifice his infantry, but it's, wow, it was enough. He dealt 2 damage on that hit. Dang, that was lucky. That gave him 900 plus 700, no, plus 600. That was 1,500. So that's enough for a Lightning Strike, and that was the last hit he had to get charged. So he's gonna use Lightning Strike. He's gonna take out this anti with a fresh new bomber. Oof. I would actually kind of prefer to have like copter double tank, just have more light vehicles, so that Lightning Strike is a bit more deadly. But here it goes. Boom. This is going to be it. This is going to be the end of the game because this is devastating. A big attack by Cod to be hit by a lightning strike like that is just brutal. Cod's turn. Drops the missile right there in the middle. Rocket can't even shoot at that Neo tank. Bomber is going to go down though. Didn't even try to bait the missile there. Onyx. You could put both landers, like this lander here and this lander here. You can kind of bait it there, perhaps with something else. That'd be pretty useful. That's like 24k in value. It's a lot. So yeah, that was a very decent lightning strike there by Onyx. And again, 28 to 22 is very massive. There's a fighter now to try to deal with the bomber. I don't think that's needed. You have some anti-airs, but hey, you do you. Both corners are locked down by Eagle. But I think the best thing right now would be to have infantry on the mountain to just spot stuff, or on the forest, bring like a recon. Same thing over here. This area would be even harder for one ball to flip. Just keeping a recon and an infantry to have vision, and then focusing everything on the middle. Just keeping the pressure in the middle so that one bolt cannot divert resources to the sides. And then with this massive income difference, Onyx is just gonna win in the long run, like with the next lightning strike most likely. He's always kind of behind in that army value department. Let's see, this turn, look, Neo tank's gonna get shot at and charge is gonna go up. Recon's gonna get taken out. All of this is gonna get kind of shot at. Look at that, he already has 3 stars. 1/3 of the way in for that third lightning strike. This rocket has only 3 shots left. I wonder if it's paid for itself. It's only been like going around in this area. Definitely need some more lighter vehicles for Onyx for sure. Like there's no more tanks or copters in the middle, only these fresh out of the oven. This is definitely too greedy for Eagle. They should be like hopping out of joyfulness that you have this entire corner and just stay back here. Like stay in the forest or in the mountain, just like chill. Just chill. This is like, this might mean that now one bolt can go for easy 2-hit KO, can win this little infantry battle, can make a copter, and then he can start reclaiming some of these properties, forcing Eagle to divert more forces onto this corner. So don't get greedy. If you're doing well, don't get greedy. There's definitely a balance of how greedy you should get, how much risk to take, but this is definitely not it. Ooh, and passing on the opportunity of hitting from the road and then mountain to get that guaranteed KO. Okay. And one bolt moving on to the middle, just one big ball in the middle. Double cap already, rocket also, nice little setup there. The lack of light vehicles from Eagle might be the big problem. Like not being able to just punch through stuff. Like always making bombers, a Neo tank. You definitely need those light vehicles. Just having one bomber, you're fine. Maybe one Neo tank. But having them is good in combination with a lot of light vehicles. Like definitely have anti-airs, you know? But yeah, that is gonna go down. Man, these lightning strikes could be more deadly if he had a good army composition. They end up being just kind of a balancing card. Big army 4 caught moving more towards the middle, standing on the HQ, got the double RD rocket that is kind of hard to get to there by Onyx. Almost half the army, man. He kind of has to use that lightning strike. Don't make a fighter, please. Don't make a fighter. Oh, I knew it. It was just like, there's a fighter. I need to shoot at it. It's like, no, you don't have to. Oh man, there's no tank. There's 1 2 HP tank and 3 copters. Okay, 3 copters, but there's too many anti-airs. You need more units. There goes the super. He's gonna punch through, take out that already. Okay, medium tanks down. Gonna get a nice little 9-3 there. But now that's the lightning Ex Machina is gonna fall. And it's probably gonna land right here. Yeah. Oh, Neo tank copter. At this point, Cod is gonna be able to comfortably move on to this HQ. Man, this game has been swingy. Next turn, he can definitely move on to that HQ. Just, there's no army left for Onyx. That's 60k. Bro, you've had the income lead for so long. It's just... Tech units are good when they have, you know, friends, when they have buddies there to clear other units. This is gonna be the end of Eagle. Got too greedy. Liked having all that money to buy the big units, to go crazy. But sometimes buying the big units is not the way to go, and Onyx resigns. As he sees that he probably can't even interrupt this. I think Fighter and maybe Recon breaks through and then interrupt, but this is just too much to handle. More than double the army. GG. Damn. Whew. What a game. Let's see. This was submitted by Cot. So the Von Bolt player. He says the use of powers, how to plan around Eagle's scope. Also, I felt smart for trapping the Neo tank on turn 19. Did it break through? It didn't. Yeah, I mean, that's great. For sure. I think the rocket was definitely the wrong choice. Especially so early on. Was it like day 12 or so? Day 13? Why the rocket? I don't understand. Like the medium tank is like, okay. Like it would be fine if it was from this base, right? If you make the medium tank from this base and you drop it off with the lander over here, or either over here or from the port, that's fine. But from this base? At least it wasn't this base, but damn, like that's a slow medium tank. I don't know. I don't understand why the medium tank. And I don't think there's a point for it. You don't really need big hitting. Like you don't need a chunker as Von Bolt in this matchup. You can just use tanks. Your tanks are better than Eagles. You can just keep brawling. Just more tanks, more brawling. Let's see. And over here, the use of powers, how to plan around Eagle's Cup. I think you did pretty solid. It's hard to plan around Eagle's Cup. You can't really plan it. It's like you're gonna get hit by Eagle's super. It's gonna hurt, but it's better to do what you did, which is brawling. Like sure, like look, oof, devastation, right? Imagine if this medium tank was 2 tanks instead. Like it would be like this image would have been a tank, and this, so you got 2 tanks. This rocket could be another tank. Then you have 3 tanks. You can smack this, smack that, smack the recon. You can go a bit more ham. But in this case, you only have 1 medium tank. You can shoot at 1 tank. No vision. Rocket can't even shoot anything. So yeah, you are going to get hit by lightning strike. But as long as you keep it brawling and brawling, and you keep armies like this low, it should be fairly better for Von Bolt. I think the main mistakes is that I think the early medium tank and the rocket. Eventually a Neo tank could be fine, but just light vehicles could also be pretty fine. You can just spam and just have a lot of just punch all the time. Bah, bah, bah. I think there was also those early opportunities over here. Let's see. Not opening recon as well, I think, is a mistake, because you can get away with a lot here with recons. Especially from here, because they can't see. You can get some harassment over here. Due to the funding, I believe like a day 2, day 3 recon can guaranteed interrupt this or this, because these tanks are not early enough. So kind of giving the initiative, or just not grabbing the early initiative that you could have as Von Bolt here. This was kind of okay, but not going for this interrupt is kind of weird. I think the 6 HP tank should have definitely just interrupted right there. And then they have to commit another infantry, like joint cap perhaps. You have like, you can do like 6 HP tank and this guy attacks over here while this guy's like one gets vision, another one interrupts. You don't have to like double tap, which is what you did. You don't have to, you can, but you don't have to, especially when you have so many. You can just do one, wait for them to attack back. You're going to win those fights anyways. I think perhaps you were kind of worried that, oh, he was going to get the comp tower. But it's fine. You're going to get it eventually. You did a copter, so you're going to get that. You still have that extra defense. So this was kind of good, but it could have been a little bit better. Let's see. Let's do like a move plan here. So, for example, I think due to vision... Oh, actually, you can just hit like this. Or actually, you can go like this. And you do 6, 7, maybe even 8. Let's assume 7. And then, because you need vision over here. So I think you have to hit from over here. So okay, so it's 7. Oh god. Okay, and then this guy, you do like this. You can drop this down to 2. Then this guy goes and hits this. You drop it down to 1. Or maybe even this tank could have shot at this infantry perhaps instead. You know, just put it on this. Like say you go for the 7 here. 7, 6. This guy goes on the city, shoots at this guy. Still has vision of the tank. You drop it down to 5. You get all these captures. This is pretty nice. And I believe you had seen from last turn that there was a tank here, and you had seen that nothing was in range to attack here. So this is super guaranteed. Then you can get vision. You can do like tank, infantry, kill. This would be like amazing. I think just a lot of missed opportunities there. So this way you have a lot of initiative. You stop this capture, you stop this as well. And then these tanks can, obviously next turn you wouldn't stay here, but you can shift them back here. As this finishes capping, next turn you can get vision, you can take this guy over here, maybe stop this capture right here, right? Because this is stopped right here, so they have to loop around all like this. So you can definitely stop these with these 2 tanks. And even the support of this other tank, which can come over here, get vision. You can definitely do a lot of damage over here. More than what was done. So here he gets this, he gets that. Then these tanks were used to like attack there and heal. Just let that guy die. Just like let it do its job, do damage. You're gonna have more. Also like this tank, it just went into the forest. Like the super passive play, right? This tank should have definitely gone to get vision. And then you can interrupt your own capture and stop this, for example. I know there's just a lot of damage that could have been done. You go like this. You interrupt. 6, 7. You finish the capture. This would be brutal. Like what can Eagle do right here? Like next turn it's like, oh, damn. Okay, I'm gonna go capture here. I'm losing this fight. I have to like, I don't know, do like recon attack to try to take this out, and then like, I don't know, join cap here. And then like you have to kind of sit back here and make another tank, bring this copter. It's like super passive. And because of this, then the very next turn you just kind of, you go here, or I guess you kind of like, I don't know, take this out, use tank, take this guy out. Like sure, let him get the middle city. Let him get this, but you stopped all of this for a long time. Something like that. Just a bit more initiative in the early game would have been really nice. And then it was just brawling, which I think was pretty good. Except for the medium tank, but especially the rocket. You were saved because Onyx was just making bomber and neo tank. There was like a few turns that he made copter and tank. Even base skipping a lot. Not using the also lightning strike to build a lot of units, right? Like in this turn, he had base skipped last turn to make a bomber and a recon. And then he makes one bomber, double infantry, base skip. So he could have made at 24. What can you make? Oh. So I guess you move everything. With 24, you can make, I mean, you have two airports too, but you can make like copter, tank, recon. Then you move these and you make triple infantry. Like you build 6 units in a turn. Like it's amazing, and it's very important because then you will start running out of infantry. Like he doesn't have a lot of infantry. Well, he has 15, but with all this fighting, he's not gonna have a lot. It'd be nice to have a few more. And not more base keeping over here. Because he made the fighter. Anyways, GG. I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And where's my just chatting? Yeah, right there. I hope you guys had a good time. We did what, 5 matches today? Let's go. And we got 2 more submissions. I'm slowly chipping away at this the backlog. I'm also seeing some people have been submitting multiple matches, so I'm going to prioritize those that are like their first time. So I might like do a little bit of skipping here or there eventually, but we're getting close. Now we're down at 19. We're at like 20 something. Let's go. Slowly working through the backlog. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I hope you have a good one. Bye bye.